duo lifted OKC to a pivotal Game 5 win over the Pacers to take their first lead in the series. How concerned should Indiana be with Hallie's leg injury heading into Game 6? Had the calf soreness, tightness, was walking with a limp after the game. Pacers might be cooked. Magic Johnson called out Luka for his conditioning last season, but how will Luka handle the pressure that comes with being the face of the Lakers in his first full season with the team? And KD reportedly wants to get traded to the Spurs, but should San Antonio leverage their future for the 15-time All-Star? The KD win we doing might be something special, but what's it going to take to make it happen? Before we get into all that, as always, the show is brought to you by Underdog. If you want to get your bread right, download the Underdog app, use promo code GIL, get up to $1,000 in bonus cash, plus a special pick'em. So no finals game tonight, but Gil has some WNBA picks up in his partner pack on the Underdog app. The WNBA been hitting for you good? It's been good to you?
Laugh when you say WNBA. Why y'all laugh?
That was y'all. We take this serious. You got Caitlin Clark.
I did laugh.
I laughed too.
Caitlin Clark hired 2.5 made three-pointers. She tied a career high against the Liberty in her last game, giving the Liberty their first loss of the season, hit 7 threes in that game. Angel Reese, coming off of a triple-double, you got hired 9.5 points. Sabrina Ionescu, hired 18.5 points. And Jackie Young, hired 3.5 points. As always, Gil's got the boosted pack. If you use this partner pack, you can win nearly 6 times your bread. So Jackie Young, 3.5 rebounds. I don't know what I said, but
Points.
How y'all feel? Yeah, 3.5 points wouldn't have been good. How y'all feel about Gil's partner pack?
I wish she was 3 points.
That's an easy one.
Nah, that's an easy one, I think. That's a hair.
It's all safe.
That's all safe right there.
Safe right there.
Better safe than sorry. So we asked the chat if they are riding with your partner pack, your WNBA themed partner pack this evening. Gil, 64% of the chat riding with your picks for tonight. If you like Gil's partner pack, go ahead and add it on the Underdog app. If you don't have Underdog, download the app, use promo code GIL, get $1,000 in bonus cash plus a special pick'em. And if you can't watch the show live with us on YouTube, we have audio versions available on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. So throughout this season and these NBA Finals, the topic of who is and isn't a superstar has been a point of contention. Last week on First Take, Magic Johnson gave his superstar criteria. Let's take a listen.
Define a superstar. A person who can go on the road and sell the building.
There we go. It's a simple definition.
Simple. I'm going to see that person, right?
So you ain't talking skill on the court. That's it. You talk about
draw.
box office.
Yeah, you got to be box
Magic's in
office.
town. You're going to the game.
Yeah, a superstar got to say, man, or you running home from the office and saying, oh, I got to see him on TV, right? And that's what Larry Bird, people running home, right? Charles Barkley, people running home. Shaq, people running home. Kobe, people running home. And then, of course, the greatest that's ever played, Michael Jordan, people going running home to see him. Or they're trying their best to get into the arena to see that brother play. That's a superstar who could go on the road and sell the building out.
That's why he the GOAT.
Magic also a superstar, could go on the road, sell the building out, take everybody's work.
Humility, bro.
Pre-90.
Modest GOAT right there.
So do you agree with Magic on his definition of what defines a superstar? Norris, we'll start with you.
Absolutely. That's the first part of it. You know, if you can't sell arenas out, you can't be considered a superstar. If you can't sell merch, you're not no superstar. Obviously, you got to have something that makes you that, but first things first. If ain't nobody paying to show up and watch you, you can't call yourself a superstar.
Swaggy, you agree with Irvin Magic Johnson's assessment of what it is?
For sure. For a superstar, like when you playing at home and the Kobe come in, you see all Kobe jerseys, or you know, that's what defines superstar. You know, when you playing at home and it seems like you the away team sometimes. So yeah, I witnessed that being a Laker. Just in general, the whole Lakers, no matter wherever they come, I think just that name itself makes you
Laker Nation.
Yeah, put you up there.
Kobe's final season, what was that?
Oh man, it was like a rock star. Everywhere we went is people waiting outside, like long lines, everybody fighting to get his jersey because he'd give away his last little shoes or armband, jersey, everything. People trying to get pictures, autographs.
I got a pair of them shoes.
Me too.
They came to New Orleans. I was like, Kobe, I need them after the game.
When Kobe scored, when he beat Michael Jordan, it wasn't at the Staples. It was in Minnesota, and they stopped the game and called timeout. Or Spurs or Minnesota. They called timeout, gave him the ball. The crowd cheered like it was a home game. That shit was crazy. So, yeah.
Let's move to this side of the couch. Sonny, do you agree with Magic Johnson's definition of what defines a superstar?
I do. Well put. I mean, the only reference I really got is Kobe. I mean, we played Minnesota. Everybody showed up. He was scoring. They was cheering. Didn't get it. Didn't understand it. And then I went to Sacramento and seen it triple the time. Like, everybody in the crowd was Laker jerseys. We were at home. So that's when I was like, okay.
And both of those, I'd imagine Kobe jerseys, right? Because I think
100%.
So Lakers fans obviously known to travel from building to building on the road, but Kobe the main attraction.
Yeah, Lakers
Arena
come
full
with
of Kobe.
Lakers. Kobe come with Lakers. Lakers come with Kobe. So they were cheering regardless. But you know, when he's scoring, it was different. It was like we did not feel like it was a home game, for sure.
And just from that side of it, how does it feel when you're at home? These are supposed to be your fans, even a place like Sacramento, which notoriously hates the Lakers.
That was the weird part. I was like,
You're in hostile territory.
it just get that way, and it's a beautiful thing, you know. You can see a superstar flourish. I seen a little bit flurries of it with LeBron at that time too, because he was just now getting into his shit. I didn't get to see 2010 Bron and all that.
Yeah.
But you could see people were showing up with that jersey on. He was giving glimpses at all that.
Yeah.
So.
And Steph, too. I forgot
Yeah.
Steph.
Now, Steph's definitely on that level.
For sure.
So, Kenyon, how about yourself? Do you agree with Magic's definition of what a superstar is?
Yeah, he would know. Shit. If anybody would know, he would. So, yeah, anybody that would disagree with him, like, how can you disagree with someone who played against these people that he named that did the exact same thing when he, like, it wasn't Showtime before Magic showed up.
Yeah.
So there was no Showtime Lakers.
Yeah.
So they were winning, but it wasn't that.
Magic Larry helped save the league, helped really usher in this new era.
Yeah, so he know what it looked like, man, being one of the original guys with a signature shoe, so to speak, and having commercials and being the face. So yeah, he would know. So yeah.
And then Gil, last but not least. We were having some issues with our smoke machine prior to the show. I think we have corrected them. This one is fine. This one fine over here. The LeBron smoke machine fine, Bronny.
No, that's Bronny. Bronny's working.
This is crazy.
That's all it takes. All right, but now let's shift ahead. There's been some talk. Obviously, SGA, MVP, likely to be Finals MVP. Halliburton really showing out this postseason most of the time. Does anyone playing in the Finals right now fit the criteria of a superstar?
I think SGA is emerging as one, becoming as one. I don't think Holly is, but SGA is emerging.
It's only one. Yeah,
He's the only one.
if he played in a bigger market, he would already be there. Just the fact that he plays in Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
But him winning MVP, him playing on the biggest stage now is going to help that trend in the right direction. So yeah, to Norris's point, like yeah, he is definitely on the doorstep of it. So, signature shoe, fashion, everything, and the way he goes about his craft. So yeah.
But do we feel like SGA selling tickets right now? Obviously, amazing player doing a lot of amazing things. But are you paying your hard-earned money?
That's what I'm saying.
SGA comes to
He
town.
got
That's why I
everything.
said he's emerging, but he
Not
ain't
yet.
there yet.
He got everything, but
Because it's not
not
flashy,
the player.
right?
He
Because
don't
it's
have
not
the player. Yeah.
those guys like you knew. Like just take Steph for instance, right? On any given night, he can go out that motherfucker and make 13 threes,
Yeah.
right? So it's like
He got excited.
on the road, like so
Yeah.
that's so. With Shea, it's just consistency, right?
Quiet.
It's
yeah.
quiet. It's not flash. He ain't dunking on nobody. He ain't yelling. He ain't telling you about it in the press conferences. You know what I'm saying? He ain't talking shit. So it's going to be a different approach to more like a Tim Duncan, right?
Right.
Quietly busting your ass, winning MVPs, winning championships, consistent, but it's going to be that approach.
And would you say Duncan's superstar?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay. 'Cause I feel like personality kind of impacts that.
It does, but he is. Like you can't.
He was
Whatever
able
we want to
brand
say
that.
about him.
His weird personality.
Tim
he
Duncan
branded
coming
that.
to town, are you
That's
buying
what I'm
tickets?
saying.
He branded that weird
Not
personality.
because he doesn't. He's not moving the needle in that regard. But if he's a superstar, but it's on the lower end of it because of his personality.
So, Sean, I'll ask you first. SGA, do you feel like he's emerging? He's on that path to becoming a superstar in the NBA?
I'll say yes, he is a superstar right now. I'll say the reason why is because you look at what metric Magic is given is back in the day when there wasn't internet. Even the metric I gave with Code, these are people that are coming to the stadium. We don't have to go to the stadium no more. We got 4 stadiums watching us live at some point during our 80,000, 70,000, 60,000 people watching us live, right? So we have stadiums that we're not filling, but people are watching. So the same thing with SGA. He got more people that's showing up with him every single game that's not at the game. That road game that we talking about, it ain't no road game no more because there's more people watching on the outside. They're cheering for him when he playing. We just don't get to see him. That's why his superstardom, how he's branded himself, fits superstar because he's covering all the bases, regardless of the old metric. Regardless of the old metric. The new metric, he's setting the standard now.
Question for
Is Castanet a superstar?
Yeah, but he's not Castanet.
But is Castanet a superstar?
That's totally 2 different things.
No, it's not, because Castanet not filling up arenas.
He will.
And he not playing against nobody. He not going on the road.
I understand about this nigga. What about the ones that's doing both though? Luka do both.
Yeah.
People paying to watch him on the internet, and they showing up to the turnstiles.
He branded
Same
like
way
SGA
Giannis.
though.
I'm just asking you, how
Is
do
he
you
modeling?
compare other superstars?
Does he have a sponsorship with Skims?
That's
Who?
kind
Luka.
I don't know all his.
Okay, so you gotta
I know,
be aware.
I know in
You
Europe.
gotta be aware.
I know in Europe he all the sponsorships in Europe Luka do.
Which ones?
Everywhere in
We know
Spain he got them.
Skims. We know
Everywhere in
Skims
Spain
though, right?
I'm not.
And you know Converse, right?
I know Europe.
NBA, though.
And they just did AT&T, right? Him and his teammates.
I'm not saying
He's
that.
branding himself.
Nah, he's
is,
doing
but
great, but I'm just comparing him to other superstars.
Because
Which one?
Superstar, you wouldn't
Who
see
you comparing
two
them
small
to?
market teams playing.
Yeah.
So let me read this list. This is
The numbers on this finals are not up. I know if Luka
didn't
and
hear
LeBron or Giannis was playing, the visual numbers would be.
You can't say that.
So let
Oh,
me
yes, you
read.
can. We've been able to compare the numbers.
Hypothetical.
No, you can just look at the past years.
People would be like, oh, too small.
We can.
Hypothetical is
There's data on that.
So
When
here's some,
Steph was in the finals versus SGA in the finals, the data says
What are the 2
So-
teams? Who was on those teams?
What about
Superstars.
superstars, bro. You said superstars. You
Who was
asked
on
me,
those
so
teams?
I'm just
Why would-
comparing the
you have
different
more- you have
superstars.
more reason to watch, right?
No,
'Cause we got more people on here that-
played in the finals before now.
Yeah, stop it.
Yes, they have.
Yeah.
so NBA released a list of the top 10 most viewed
Boston
players.
played who
Yeah.
last year? Boston played who?
Dallas.
Niggas
Yeah.
be walking in quicksand out here, man.
So NBA released a list of the
I'm not
top
saying
10
hey,
most
it's a
viewed
good point.
players
No.
this season. I'm gonna read that list for you. LeBron number 1, he had 3.23 billion views. Steph Curry number 2, 2.56 billion views. Luka third with 1.82. Wemby fourth, 1.47. Joker fifth, 1.2. Ja sixth, 1.09. SGA seventh, 1.06. Giannis eighth, 897 million.
Top 10, so
Anthony Edwards ninth. Jason Tatum 10th.
Oh,
He top 10. Eh?
oh,
So
okay,
Small market top 10, 7th.
That
okay.
ain't bad.
10.
So there is a demand.
Shit,
This was for regular season, though. This is what's not included players. I'm sure that those numbers have now adjusted.
I'm with it.
And I'm saying I'm sure they've increased now.
Yeah, that's, whether they have or they haven't increased, wherever it is.
Again,
for you to be in the top 10, you
They
play.
still not superstar.
That's not a superstar.
But still, but in the market
He's
that
in
he
front of
plays in, like I said, he's trending in the right direction. Didn't say he was. He's trending in the right direction.
Yeah, I'm about to say he's emerging. He's
trending in the right direction.
emerging.
You get there.
It's just starting, so being in the final, signature shoe, MVP helps.
For next
right?
year.
For next year, yeah,
Next year
yeah.
he'd be
So,
a
yeah,
legitimate
so,
superstar.
Yeah, so now he's trending absolutely. So whatever.
Sweep, he'll be the only person that does what he's about to do.
So
Next year, the rollout of superstardom, face of the NBA will be.
So let's talk about this very moment right now. And using Magic Johnson's definition, how many legit superstars are there in the NBA and
3.
WNBA right now
3.
that are
Curry.
selling out arenas?
And the
Curry,
NBA,
LeBron,
WNBA.
Curry, LeBron, well, 4. I mean, well, 2 play on the same team, but Curry, LeBron, and Caitlin Clark are the basketball superstars right now.
I'll give a little bit more.
Yeah, I get a little bit more.
But
That are selling out that you
That's selling out
literally.
arenas when you go on the road. Like,
Yeah,
a
they on- well,
superstar
Luka
is-
and LeBron on the same
they don't-
team.
That's why I
Luka
said
and
those two
LeBron
are the
are
same.
for sure.
That's why I
Yeah,
said it's
Luka.
3.
Yeah, Caitlin
But
for
2
sure.
plays on the same team, so you just go with the higher one when Steph goes on the road. Like the definition
Ja
of
Morant, bro.
What's funny is I've said this for 2 years and y'all all fought me against it, but now Magic says it and then it makes sense. But yeah, when you go on the road, it's not about your record, it's not about your team, it's about who you are. You can be 0-12 if Allen Iverson came to the city, sold out.
Yeah.
100%.
Michael Jordan with the Wizards, sold out.
Oh, shit. See?
That's God don't
It was
like that.
exciting.
I
God
wasn't
don't like
here
you.
too. I
God
wasn't here
God
too.
don't like you,
Oh,
motherfucker.
yeah,
You don't switch sides.
no, he's right. So
I wasn't here
Sold
too.
out.
So
Chuck come to town, sold out. So the definition of a superstar, it has nothing to do with your team success.
I'm finna give you a real story.
Your team winning, they don't give a fuck about no 70 wins.
Yeah.
That's your team.
No, they don't. I'm finna give you a real story.
Superstar is
Right?
you.
Real story.
Boston.
Michael Jordan, first time coming. Listen, we kicking ass and taking names with the Nets. Michael Jordan come back. We coming in, but we hadn't had a sellout yet. In 2 years, we whooping ass out there. Final, whooping ass. Michael Jordan come there. We got our first sellout with the Wizards. Guess what? We put 74 on that head in the first half. That motherfucker came out that bitch with ice on the second half. Ran his ass out the building.
I can't wait to say that.
I know, right?
But this point is no matter the record.
No matter your record.
The Wizards
Alright,
sucked at the time.
So you don't consider like Jason Tatum?
Not yet. Like, okay, so
I
you
believe it.
no, what I'm saying
People
is,
come to see Boston,
what I'm
but they
saying,
wouldn't come to see
Boston,
Cleveland.
they're coming to see Boston. See, the superstar right now is there's only two or three. There's a bunch of them trending. They're going to be the new. That's SGA. That's Ja Morant. That's Luka. That's
Anthony
Wemby.
Edwards.
They're in the next realm
Ant-Man.
of going to be superstars.
Because and it's
though.
tough.
Kyrie
to his
superstar.
point, right?
People show up to watch Kai too.
Like to his point.
People come to watch Kai,
Like
bro.
to Shah's point, and to your point as well, it's such hype now, right? It's so much hype because of the internet and media and the way shit is. Like people putting shit in the microwave now. So it's yes to your point that you absolutely, but
There's only
Nah, he said Luka, LeBron, Steph, and Caitlin Clark.
So
but it's just so much hype
believe, like,
behind the
Ant-Man
Jason
and
Tatums and all these other
yeah,
people,
I
right?
was gonna
It's
say,
just so much hype behind it. They get so much buzz and so much attention.
I don't know,
But
Kyrie
they
still
win,
spots
lose,
out.
or whatever happens, it puts them the constant conversation makes people think different, right?
I know that.
It makes people think different because of the constant. No matter if it's a day old, 2 days old, 3 days old, whatever it is, you open your phone up. If you ain't been on Instagram and whatever it is, that's what's gonna be on you. Be like, damn. It's always that. It seems like they're always being mentioned because of people putting shit in the microwave.
Because I don't have to go to the game to connect
Yeah,
with
that's
the
the-
superstar.
like I said,
How many
to your
superstars
point,
you got?
that's it. To
How
your
many
point,
do you
to your
think?
point.
So, Sean, I got a question for you. I know you're a big Caitlin Clark fan. Is it fair to say that Caitlin Clark is the biggest superstar in basketball right now, based on Magic Johnson's metric?
She's the
selling out
only. She
of
would be the only.
In the W.
no in these across basketball.
Nah, y'all
Sports.
smoking dope.
Now y'all tripping.
Sports.
Y'all snorting
Shador might be the next.
I'm about to say it.
Like after Caitlin, if he performs in Cleveland,
don't have to-
people will go to Cleveland and watch him.
You don't have to
Even if
perform.
he
Right?
ain't performing.
So like,
He's a superstar,
if he
man.
does his thing like expected,
Adds to it.
You don't.
It
But
adds-
going-
does-
You're not saying Caitlin
It
bigger than
adds
Steph
to
and LeBron, though, are you?
I'm saying right now they can't do what she doing.
Famous and superstar.
Caitlin,
Just
like
being
Superstar is
Caitlin
built
moved the
before
needle.
you come into
She does, but them dudes on their way
Come
out.
on,
so
then you
people-
have to
people
build
are-
it with
But
the
that's
winning.
good. But I'm
Yes.
talking about her.
And my point is
Well,
off,
she
Second year,
definitely
second
moves the
year,
needle.
move the needle wherever she goes.
off
nobody
Magic's
has
definition,
long time.
selling out arenas.
Like
Is
nobody
Bronny
has-
James
For
a
the W,
superstar?
she's unmatched. Like,
Nobody has.
Is Bronny James
maybe in the
a superstar?
history of the W.
Yeah.
He's famous.
Insane, bro.
Yeah, Caitlin is unmatched from the W in the history.
But I'm
Are
saying,
you confusing being famous and a superstar? Like
No,
That's
it's
the
two
same.
separate things.
no, because you
In a
gotta
sense,
have the
it's the
hoop
same.
to
It's
go
two
with
separate-
it.
You don't have to
It
move.
is the same in a sense
Nigga, I'm
because
famous.
if you fill in the arena and they
fine.
want to see who you are and what the hype is about, that's the reason it's the
Well,
hype.
shit, I was a
I think the
superstar
best
then.
that ever.
Yeah.
But Sean, for my
It's
question,
levels to
I
fame,
was a
though.
superstar then.
back on the Caitlin Clark.
That's what we gonna.
No, you're famous.
But what's the difference?
Because
They're coming to
you
see
can go
you.
places.
Coming to
right?
see you, man.
See,
Right?
famous
Come
is
and
right
see
now, but that too. But famous is when you go places. You go anywhere, right? Wherever you go, you walk in the streets, no matter where you are. Oh fuck, that's Nick. Nick Young.
Familiar,
Nick.
yeah.
Nick.
Familiar.
Nick.
Recognized.
Nick. 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 Right?
Yeah.
Cool.
But I'm saying,
Nigga, we ghetto famous.
Superstardom, you almost need security.
We ghetto superstars, right?
You need security.
Everybody in the hoods and everybody know us, right?
white people love me.
But we ghetto superstars, right? We ain't.
But I'm saying,
You know how like Barney come go on the road because they didn't have security for him,
Yeah.
and then when every road trip he went to, it sold out,
But
and his
that
jersey
shit
sold
could
out.
die,
That's a
but I'm saying,
superstar.
but you
so
still
Doris
gotta have
Sanders,
the game,
they made
some
fake
game.
jerseys because they thought he was going to wear number 2. Superstar.
I know I
Right? It
got
doesn't
one.
have nothing to do
I
with.
got one. I got it to do with that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
It don't
I
have
got it.
nothing to do with your performance yet.
Yeah.
When you become megastar, that's performance, and that you are matching the hype.
So would
That's
you,
it.
would,
You're
you-
matching it.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, once you match the hype, but there's
Yeah.
superstars that haven't.
Yeah,
done
because
it,
I'm
man.
just like Johnny Manziel, Johnny
Yeah,
Football.
superstar. You came in with a superstar.
so Gil, would you say that Kalen Clark is a megastar?
Yes.
Yes. Absolutely.
And it's not an apples to apples
very few
comparison.
That's the
megastars.
thing.
But there's few
If when you're
Okay.
switching venues,
There's few-
when you're switching venues and selling out the
we-
venue that you switched
they
to.
can't-
There's
Absolutely.
few megas.
Yeah.
She's a mega.
We
She's
went
a
to the
megastar.
game.
That's my point.
We
She's a
went to
megastar.
the
She's
game
a
and we
megastar.
watched her team go in the locker room. She walked back to the half court line,
Thousands of people.
not at home in LA, and did
megastar.
this.
See, that's what I said.
And Wade-
She's a megastar.
She's
She's not
a
even
president.
Okay. And she's above.
She's Michael
But a
Jackson.
megastar is a
Like,
superstar, right?
No,
And
no,
everybody
Michael
went
Jackson.
crazy.
Michael
She like
Jackson.
Michael
Bronny
Jackson.
James
Like,
is
Michael
a
Jackson
superstar.
star. Michael
Superstar.
That was last year.
Performance helps you get into the megastar.
Yeah. She's Michael Jordan of this
Tiger
era. Of
Woods.
what, Tiger
she was
Woods.
Tiger
Tiger
Woods in
type
it.
stuff.
That
yeah.
that famous.
Like LeBron
Because-
James came in as a superstar, touched megastar.
Yeah, for sure.
Curry came in as a regular ass star.
No.
Turned,
yeah.
turned to
I was about to say.
superstar, then
Now
went
mega.
to megastar.
Yeah.
Yes. Nah, you're right.
Okay.
100%.
That's where Shea is. Shea came in as really nobody. He's
No,
turned
Shea-
into a superstar.
Curry came in as somebody now.
Who?
Curry was
Curry did
somebody.
come in as somebody.
Nah, he didn't have
LeBron.
he didn't come in with a
He had
superstar
Davidson
tag.
hype.
He didn't have a superstar.
He didn't have no
But he
superstar.
definitely wasn't.
But
He wasn't a bum
He
though.
had
'cause
hype though.
He had hype.
I didn't say
Davidson.
nothing
He had
about hype.
tough-
I said
tough-
He had
superstar
that
tag.
It was
Davidson.
star hype. He had
He had star hype.
He had
Like
star.
everybody must
Like
go see him.
Zion.
Superstar hype.
Okay.
But when
Superstar hype.
No,
But
he
you
didn't have
got Bron-
superstar
okay.
hype.
Zion?
Ja didn't.
coming in.
Ja had star hype.
Ja earned
He
that
was
though.
in Murray State.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but Ja was more. That's not to say
Number two
unknown,
pick in the
but
draft.
he wasn't
wasn't unknown, but-
he wasn't on everybody's radar when
Because
he
it was
first
the
came to
low,
the
it
league.
was the college team
Yeah.
that he was on.
Exactly.
His talent was what it was.
Yeah, very obviously.
But it
second pick,
became
but-
that during this. Yeah.
If he starts winning and stuff like that, he's going to jump into megastar.
Yeah.
He gotta
He's
get out.
already.
Gotta get out of Memphis.
Like he's already superstar. He jumps into
His
winning
shoe
megastar.
sales, his jersey sales are
Move to
crazy.
Nashville. Anyway, gotta get out of
So,
Memphis.
bring to my next question for y'all. If you owned an NBA team, would you rather have a great team with no superstar or a good team with a superstar?
You said good team. What's a good team?
I'm about to say Independent
Like
City. too.
Indiana?
What?
And what's a good
Like
team?
Indiana?
No,
Great team, championship level, competing for finals.
don't
Good,
need
no
no
superstar?
and don't need no superstar.
and no superstar.
Like Indiana, right?
You can use Indiana as a comp.
And
I
He's
feel
on
like
the city.
Tyrese.
what city am I
I'm about
in?
to say the city matters.
The city
'Cause
matters.
if I'm in a great city, I don't need a superstar. But if I'm in an okay city, I need that. I need the superstardom.
Yeah.
Like if you in New York or whatever, you don't necessarily have to be a
I need a
superstar. 'cause they
motherfucker.
can
You just
come-
need-
I need
you
a
just need
motherfucker.
10 people.
I need a
Right.
Vince Carter from
Yeah.
certain place. I need a
Favorite.
motherfucker jumping over
You
people.
just need a fan favorite in New York.
But
Yeah,
If you're
that's
a
all you
what?
need,
Say
New
if you're
York.
owner, what did
Yeah,
you
if you owned a team, great team with no true superstar, a
What
good
city?
team, good team
That
with
matters.
a
Gotta get
I'll
to
let
the
you.
city.
I'll let you. Middle of the road.
Clippers? Shit, just give me 5 motherfuckers out there. just give me 5. Them motherfuckers go sell themselves.
nigga that can
New
dunk.
York, sell themselves.
Get a nigga
Open
that
the
can
door,
dunk.
2 million.
Get a nigga that could dunk.
What?
Some flair.
No, dead ass.
Some
Yeah.
flair.
You just open the door,
Talk
2
some
million.
shit. Talk
One of
some
these
shit to the
motherfuckers
crowd.
every now and
Yeah,
then.
a little flair.
But if I'm starting off my franchise, I want a superstar.
Yeah.
I want someone that's gonna put people in the seats.
Exactly. That was basically my point.
Get them in, yeah.
Let's get out. Gotta get off the
ROH.
porch.
Yeah.
And I care
gotta
about
get off-
winning, but also like, ooh, I'm kind of seeing it with Memphis now.
There's one thing: a winning team, which means you got to spend money and you got to develop, sells the building, right? Consistency of winning sells the building. A superstar alone sells the building.
Regardless. Okay. That's basically the point I was
And
getting.
Vince Carter, young Vince Carter coming in doing what he's doing, that's selling the building. And then
Selling
Unless you
Man.
unless you're the Knicks,
Unless
you're the
man.
Knicks.
You don't need nobody.
Right.
All right, so
That's
let's,
crazy, right?
Terrible.
Like the Knicks, man.
Boy.
so let's keep this thing moving. So
Got Scottie Pippen in it.
Magic considered by many to be the greatest point guard of all time, second greatest Laker ever, leading the purple and gold to 5 chips, 9 finals appearances in his 13 seasons with the franchise. So during his first take appearance, Magic called out Luka for his conditioning issues last season?
You know, the Lakers, man, Luka got to understand this is not Dallas. To your point, Kobe, bless you.
God rest his soul.
Yes. Superstar who led us. Shaq led us to a championship. LeBron.
Leadership.
led- That's right. And that's what's missing here. And so we shouldn't have to tell you to be in shape. That should have been, you should have been about that, right? Especially you're a superstar.
So
St. Dallas.
this is a recent video of Luka putting gym. So we've been working on his body.
That's a contradiction.
Yes.
But
You
Luka,
say it ain't Dallas. You know what I mean?
so that brings me to my question. So by looking at recent photos and videos of Luka, it appears he's up to the challenge of getting his body right, taking on the challenge of
Is he
leading the
naked?
Lakers. No, he's
Like,
fully clothed, hitting 720 on the squats.
Let me just tell you right now, that ain't what we talking about. Being
Good for him.
That helped, but we need to see him running and getting that cardio.
Good for, and then that brings me. So
Riding the bike.
here's Luka in the gym,
Judge a motherfucker with clothes like
and then here's a recent photo of Luka appearing to be fresh off an
go
Ozempic
crack.
pack, looking more slender than you.
That Potter. That nigga came out here and got that Potter.
This LA, you get the good here.
You know, he on that good.
Dallas shit stepped on.
Not stepped on. The non stepped on Ozempic. So Luka used to
Got
be in the
that
face of a
Luka.
franchise. He's done so during his time with Real Madrid when he became the youngest EuroLeague MVP at 19 years old. Also with the Mavs, where he was a 5-time first-team All-NBA selection. But there's far more scrutiny with being the face of the Lakers compared to being the face of those other teams. So is Luka built for being the face of the Lakers and the good and the bad that comes with that?
Sure.
Yeah, I think, Magic said it. This is not Dallas, right? And I think when Luka got here, he kind of understood this was a different beast. And, as you can see, he's losing weight, showing people that he's losing weight. And I think being around, LeBron, who's been the apex of conditioning and being a professional for the first time in Luka's career, he's been with someone who's in another door that his talent says he should be in, right? A lot of us don't get that pleasure to be with a guy who's up there. So, if LeBron James is helping him think about what's important, body, conditioning, eating habits, nightlife, I think he will be ready for the task. But it's new for him, so he has to learn how to be an LA superstar. He was a Dallas superstar.
That's my point.
Now you're an LA superstar. That's a very different beast.
So Lakers fans gave him the benefit of the doubt. I feel like this season finished third in the West, obviously getting knocked out in the first round. There were some issues and complaints about his conditioning defense in that first round of the playoffs. But now this is a full season.
fucking head coach fault.
See? Blame it on somebody else but the Pockets.
But my point is,
My man.
But I'm gonna credit the head coach in the same voice. Like, he can learn a lot from JJ. Like, JJ was
In shape.
he was a mover. He was in peak shape when he played.
You play with him?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm just no.
No, yeah, I was in Orlando.
So yeah, I just watched him play.
Like,
I just, motherfucker moving around, you could tell what type of shape he was in from running around, right? So you can just tell, like, he can learn a lot from him. And JJ a straight shooter. JJ gonna tell him exactly what it is. He not gonna sugarcoat it with him. So that's having that learning tool in LeBron, that visual learning person, whatever you want to call LeBron in his life, that tutor, whatever you want to call it, right? He can learn a lot from him, but you got a guy that's holding you accountable and your head coach. I think gonna go a long way for him.
so Sean, let me
Yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
So Sean, let me ask you this. That honeymoon period is over, right? We know Lakers fans, they have a very high standard. From Magic, Shaq, Kobe, on through people that brought championships to this franchise. They were calling Westbrook West Brick during his time with the team, so they don't hold any punches. They're down to come at anybody. We've seen Luka in the past get into it at Mavs games with fans, questioning his weight, questioning his condition. Seem to be a little sensitive at times, but do you think that Luka is built to handle the pressure that comes with being the face of the Lakers franchise?
I don't know. I don't think the other superstar could handle what it meant, what it took. Lakers ain't really felt what the championship spirit felt like 15 years. Now, y'all can say the bubble this, bubble that, but the fans didn't get to experience that. And that's the biggest thing about championship, and whether they count or not, because the fans get that memory. There's babies made, families come together. We go to the parade. We was at the game. We took the pictures on the court, there's confetti and all of that. So they missing that energy, and ain't nobody stepped into that role to deliver that. So it's hard to come in and say he's built for that when he came in out of shape. And that was the thing I said that was in Dallas, which is why a part of the reason why they like, yo, we shouldn't have to tell you this, what he's saying.
Yeah. And however people feel about that bubble ring, there was no parade.
Man, he
okay
can,
to learn.
We really
can
get
learn.
It's okay to get spanked too.
He came
But
from,
his-
Usually you learn after you get your ass whooped,
But
right?
to his point, but to his credit,
Yeah. He
well, to his,
performed.
When did he get his ass spanked?
to
in
his
the finals.
defense, right?
Huh?
I said he performed enough. He got his team to the finals. So
Yeah.
for him to listen to being out of shape, he like, I just got my team to the finals, averaging 34, 8, and 8. Like, what we talking about? Like,
We're
so
talking
for
about-
him, he had to experience it. Like,
He has
kind
to
of
see some, like-
he see someone else that's better than him. He ain't seen nobody. He say, I'm out of shape, but I'm cooking everybody. So he had to see LeBron and be like, oh,
Coming in at 9
he's in
o'clock.
the pantheon that I'm not in. You know what? I can yield to that because when he was there, he adjusted to the pressure of like EuroLeague. That's the highest pressure you can get in Europe. He adjusted to that.
19
he won.
years old, won
He came to
everything.
Dallas. Whether we like it or not, they were saying he was out of shape. He cooking everything walking. So he was like, man, y'all saying I'm out of shape, but I'm playing all the minutes and I'm cooking. So he ain't had nobody to really hold him accountable, really.
Hold yourself accountable.
You don't know.
I mean,
You don't
he's
know.
34, 8, and 8. Most people was like loving that. Most people would love to be able to do that and be out of shape, quote unquote, out of shape. So this is the first time in his life he's like, okay, I ain't good enough just on face value. LeBron is a megastar. LA has seen people better than me. Well, you look up there, you see Shaq, Magic, you see all the pantheons. He's like, okay, I'm not it. I'm not the creme de la creme. So now he could like work on that. Like,
I think it hurt running into Anthony Edwards in that first round. I think that helped him more than anything. You could say, and it's okay to say to get help from LeBron. Everybody's saying his name, and that's okay to learn from somebody that's did it at the top of the line. But I see to get killed by your peers like that in the first round, and to see how he looked out there compared to how you look, I think that helps too.
How he looked.
Ant-Man looked like shit. You supposed to be better than Ant-Man at this point.
he been better than Ant-Man every year he been in the NBA.
I'm
Yeah.
confused.
He been better
He
than
still
Ant-Man.
is.
He still
better
is?
than
Yeah, absolutely, still better.
Well, not to me. That's what I'm saying. Not to
Yeah,
me.
no, just because his team,
I know,
knocked his
the
team
team,
out.
he averaged-
Luka Doncic is still a better
His team was
basketball player
3.
than Anthony.
Okay,
His
so
team was
you're
3.
using team as.
I'm not.
You said he got
using
he averaged
Ant-Man.
30.
I'm about to say, yeah, he got
He averaged 37 and 6.
Anthony
as
has a long way
him.
to go, bro.
But just like anything, I came into the NBA.
Yeah.
What we see is what we see, right? We don't know
what's out there.
what's out there, right? You hear stories of people doing other things. For the most part, yeah, whatever, right? Until you're in a locker room with a dude or you see it with your eyes, you don't know it, right? I'm pretty sure if these boxers actually sit down with Floyd and say, tell me everything you've done, he's going to tell them shit that they've never heard or never seen before. That's when they jump into that next door. So we saying Luka should know how to get in shape. How? Who's taught him? Have they taught him how to be in Steph
Kyrie
Curry
don't get in
shape?
shape? Kyrie don't work out?
Kyrie get in his shape. Does he know how to get in Steph's shape? Only way you know how to get in Steph's shape is to go work with Steph.
You don't
That's
know
a different.
unless you see it with your
Unless
own
you
eyes.
see it with your eyes and doing it with your eyes.
He has spent some time working out with Steph, though.
But that's what I said. The only way you know it is if you see it. Like everybody, we heard about the Breakfast Club, but there was only 2-3 people invited to that.
Man, we heard about Ray Allen's shape. I didn't know it until he came to play in Miami. That type of shape Ray Allen was in, it's different.
What is Ray Allen's shape, Norris?
Ray Allen's shape is like Steph Curry's shape, bro.
Yeah.
You know,
Because
Except he can dunk more.
he's built on that. His game is built on that. He got to be able to move, man. When you don't understand somebody, the kind of shape somebody is in, when we was with the Knicks, right? We all did our shit. Fucking Pablo Prigioni, bruh,
Italian.
a different level of cardio, right? We did all this shit at practice. We ran training camp, all that. He like finishing practice every day with a 3-minute run.
I'll outlast you.
Every practice, no matter what we did, he finished practice with a 3-minute run. So it's that kind of people who you speaking of, that kind of shape, and Well, we looking at him like,
Ray Allen,
you doing?
He started looking at him like,
go do a
"Damn."
bike
Yeah.
marathon after practice. Go ride, do a half a marathon just to ride his bike after practice, and then go play 18 holes of golf and come back the next day ready to practice. I'd be like, Ray, that's out of body, bro. Even LeBron would look at Ray and be like, Ray, come on, like that. Like, Ray, come on.
Okay.
But you don't know until you know.
So he blaming his game on not being in shape next year. That's why they lost.
Who?
No,
That's why Lakers lost. Cause
No,
no,
y'all.
blaming nothing. We're just-
Minnesota team was better.
Stop.
Minnesota team was better.
Why are you doing this?
Like, what
we
the
all was,
I'm pretty
we was
confused.
halfway
I'm not
there.
saying
Who
what
said anything
happened.
about blaming anybody? We're saying
But
that
what
there's another
happened,
level
though?
of getting in shape,
Minnesota
and
was
that's
better.
who's gonna get it.
Oh, they were just better?
He's gonna get
Minnesota was
into
a
it.
better team than the Lakers.
But he was in shape though.
Nigga, Rudy Gobert had 24
How was
points,
he in shape
27,
when you
whatever
said
he
he
was against y'all. Y'all, boy, stop.
What makes Luka better than Ant-Man?
He's a better basketball player.
Yeah.
And
Overall,
what-
he's an
and what-
overall better basketball player than Anthony Edwards.
We just saw
crazy
and
as hell.
we just see
Who?
in the playoffs.
Dope dog.
He limited
Who limited?
Anthony Edwards.
Man, stop.
We just watched
Come
him in
on,
the
all right, come on,
playoffs.
now he being
No,
disrespectful.
No, I'm not.
watch him. Did we just watch him?
I'm not
Luka
taking
too.
anything
I
off
like
his
the
play.
Lakers. I'm
He's a
a
very
Laker
good
fan,
basketball
but-
player. He's trending up, absolutely.
I'll be more.
Yes.
I'd be excited to
Ant-Man
have.
was doubled every time he touched
Yes.
the ball, bro.
Every superstar gets
And didn't
doubled
know
every
what to
time
do.
he touches the ball.
And didn't know what
Not
to
in this
do.
playoffs.
Man, we
Didn't know-
saw Luka get guarded by
Not
Kawhi,
in this-
Didn't know what to do.
Not in
Paul
this
George,
playoffs.
Pat Bev, the Morris twins, all
Didn't know what to do.
Not in
with it.
this
He was
playoffs.
cooking.
Him get
Didn't know what to
guarded
do
by
with
They never doubled Luka.
Ant-Man this playoffs too.
Who?
Yeah, they did.
Boy,
I
this
saw
year.
LeBron James getting wide open threes.
Come on, y'all. We-
The fact that,
Yeah, I'm about to say, come on,
you say someone's out of shape in all of this and he averaged 30, it should let you know how good he is.
Yes.
We're not saying he averaged 21 or 15. The nigga
We're not
averaged
saying-
20,
we're not saying he not good.
37 and 6,
We're
and you're
not
calling
saying
him
he-
out of shape.
We never
Y'all
said he
don't
wasn't
know about
good.
shape.
When he gets
We
in
never
shape,
said he
what will
wasn't
he
good.
be?
Might
He's
be
not
that.
totally out
Just
of
like
shape.
we
He just
said
needs to
when we
get,
said
like,
Embiid was out of shape,
Yes.
we said Embiid needs to get in shape.
And then if he does,
If
we
he
know,
does,
we know what it's going to
what
look
he-
like.
and then when he got in a little bit of better shape,
Yeah, we,
Broke his
30-fold.
We said the same thing with Zion.
30-fold.
Let's not say he's out of shape.
said
Just
the
say he
same
can be
thing
in
with
better
Zion.
He can be in better
You
shape.
can't average 30,
Yeah,
34
like,
points a game
He
and
can be
not
in
be in
better.
shape.
He can be in
his
better.
body,
can
listen,
learn.
the look, eye test.
Yes.
Did you watch
it?
it?
Yeah, of course.
Was he out of shape?
He didn't look
So
great.
Okay, you just agreed.
He didn't look great out there.
this is-
He didn't look great out there. I'm not gonna say he was out of shape. He didn't look great out there.
You're triggering me.
Nah,
You disagreed with me.
Nah, he didn't look great. I don't want to
disagreed.
say he looked totally out of shape.
Yeah, just say, yes, he was
Yeah.
out of shape.
He was out of shape.
37 and 6. Now
We
go.
was just having
I
this
can't
whole
say that.
conversation about him not being out of shape.
He's not in great shape to me, like elite. The best shape he could be in.
But-
How we know that though? How do we know that?
But Gil, to
Are
your
we
point, you
just
said the
making
same
a
thing about
special-
Embiid. Does he look in better shape right now? Losing like he looked like he lost about 15.
Bro, the pictures looked this skinny when he came too.
No, I'm saying does he look like he lost
Yeah.
about 16?
The pictures looked this skinny when he came too. Like, I'm,
Joe, you was like,
let me ask you something.
No one has
Luka,
a career
he
better
like
than
he
Luka.
lost
Let me ask you.
Like,
Did you hear Roscoe?
Okay,
Did I
hear
hear
Roscoe's.
Do you think he's in shape?
I think that's Luka.
Do you think he can get in better shape?
Man, he's been first.
Do you think he can get in better shape?
There's a difference
Everybody
being in
getting
shape and
better.
being in
So-
elite shape.
so
I think
I'm
that's
just
what we
saying,
always
so
talk
If
about.
you
Keep
think he can
using
get,
his-
so that means
his
if
shape.
you think he can get in better shape,
So him being in better shape mean he gonna slide his feet and all that.
Yeah.
we will hope. But I'm asking you.
Yeah.
So you need to get in shape to slide
Yeah,
his
if
feet.
you think he can get in better
I think
shape,
it's more
what does
muscle.
his ceiling look like if there's another level or
Nick,
two
you
levels
act
he
like
can
you
get in?
was motherfucking goddamn Tony Allen out this bitch. You act like you
I
was a
played
fucking
one-on-one
elite
defense.
That's what I'm
defender.
asking.
And he was
I'm
first team all
asking-
NBA 5 straight years. Like,
I'm asking you if there's more levels
He was
to
in hood
get to and him getting in shape, what does his ceiling look like?
But it's gonna make him.
I'm asking you a question. He averaged 37
All right,
and
so
6,
when-
and you don't
when
say
they lose,
he's not in top
just
tier
say
shape.
they lost.
What happens when
It's
he
okay
gets
to
in
lose.
top tier shape? What does it
So
look
when he lose, when he's
What
in
does
shape,
losing have to?
what's
I'm not talking about losing or winning. I'm saying 37 and 6. If he's right here, if we're saying there's more levels that he physically can get into, what does that look like?
Defensive player of the year.
Okay.
Y'all stop it.
stop,
Okay, cool.
stop that.
Please.
Stop
Just
that.
make it. This
Yeah.
thing.
We would hope.
I'm just asking.
We would hope it would lead to some defense.
Okay, so
I think that's more of a
And we
mental
know
thing.
what motherfucking hope work.
Right.
defense. So defense.
Do you know? Oh, you ain't been. You know what hope work?
Nah.
At your local Divvy Wop. I mean, you got some dollars on you. Hope down at the motherfucking flop. She stripping for motherfucking tips. That's what hope work. So
You want a number?
very, very good at it.
hope, chance, all that motherfucker, all that shit.
All
that wish- all that wish-
potential,
promise,
potential,
hope,
all that.
all that shit work at the strip club.
Promise.
You
You got to get promise when you
I'm
go.
saying work at the strip club.
Promise
I'm saying,
will give you
him
some-
being an elite defender, him moving his feet on defense, he fucking tries the best he fucking can. right?
So who
His
else
all,
than
like, I'm
does he
the
have
one to
that?
tell you, goddamn, we ain't doing that.
Does he
But
have?
how hard he try, he
Does
ain't
he
gonna
average
be elite.
36 when he gets in shape? I mean, what?
I love Luka though, but I be just making excuses for.
No one made an excuse. I don't know what conversation are you on?
That's for Luka.
Rodney and Cedric.
Like what conversation? Nobody's
nobody
talking
made no
about them
excuse.
losing. Nobody gives it up. We're talking about when he gets in peak shape. Where is his career going to be? This has nothing to do
Who
with him
knows
losing
where
and failing.
Why are we even asking the question? then?
Where's it at right now, though?
Where's it at right now?
It
37
could be
and
worse.
6? Huh?
It could be worse.
Top 5 player in the league right
It
now.
could be. We're saying right now where he's at. Can he get better? That's what we're talking about.
Would he
This
benefit
nigga talking
from
about
being in the league?
excuses on why they lost.
He's looking at a picture.
But we're also
saying
talking
he's in
about
shape.
if he's
I mean,
built
the
mentally to
scene is-
deal with the scrutiny that
when
comes
he
with being
gets
on the
in
Lakers.
shape, where would he be?
All right, so what's gonna be the next picture? What's gonna be the next picture?
Circle it back
What's gonna be
around.
that?
Circle it back
You
around
looking
what
at
we
this
talking
picture
about.
every
'Cause
time.
you get back to the picture,
Yeah,
and
we
we
done
talking
seen
about
this.
him being out of shape.
Right.
You brought it up like, yeah, we need to be talking about if Luka come
He
back.
appears to be.
If he
He
comes
appears to
back,
be.
We gonna see another picture and be like,
he's
damn.
saying stop making excuses about the weight.
He looks like he's not eating American
The
food.
nigga averaged 37 and 6. I don't know who's making an
What he's
excuse
saying.
for
He's
37 and
he's
6.
saying we don't want to hear. We don't want to see no
Who-
pictures of you slimming down.
Who's making an excuse for
we're-
37 and 6? We're asking a question. That means open up your brain and listen. We're saying if this is where his talent is right now, and everybody's saying he's out of shape, what can we expect if he gets in shape? 37, 8 and 8, 30, 10 and 10. Where does the ceiling go if this is the shit y'all talking about now at 37 and 6?
And what was my answer?
He said play defense.
I said defensive player of the year.
Okay.
All defense.
So
right?
you're being unrealistic.
But that's
unrealistic.
That's
Is that
unrealistic.
unrealistic?
though.
So you being unrealistic.
Is
right
that
now.
We don't say
Yes,
that
it's
about
being
Joker.
unrealistic.
Because there was a player
Thank
who
you.
did both for like 10 straight years.
Okay, cool. So now we going there.
Yes,
Oh, you think he got that
makes it
potential?
realistic.
No, it's not.
You
It's
think
not?
he got that
That's not
potential?
him.
Okay.
Oh, I'm about to say he ain't got
That's
that.
not him.
Because that was a superstar.
So who
that
are you-
was a superstar
who are
that
you
Magic
speaking of?
Johnson's talking
Who are
about.
you speaking of?
Hey, I don't have to
Who
tell
are you speaking of? So did that man lead the league in assists then?
No.
So what? So you want him to be
rebounds?
something he ain't? Or rebounds?
No.
What is
So
that?
shut. So
What
we're
does
not
that have
doing
to-
that.
What does those stats have
We're
to do
not
with him getting
doing
in shape?
that.
What does those stats
So
have
you
to do?
want him to be something he's not? We're being
You want him to
unrealistic.
be an
So
all
if we wanted
defensive
that
player.
man to be
If
go,
he's out of
go
shape.
out and lead the
So
league in
he's
assists.
out- if he's
Or
out
we
of
being
shape.
unrealistic.
Does he win it? Does he win
I'm gonna talk to you.
He can't play
Nick,
Does he win
defense.
MVP? If he's in shape, does he win
When he get in
MVP?
shape, right?
Luka-
And he can
was
slide
it
his
real?
feet just a little bit
He should
faster.
be able to play defense.
Right? Wouldn't that
Nick,
stop
hey,
help us
hold on.
in the first round of the playoffs?
Y'all
That we
keep
need
talking
these
about
stops.
this. Does he win
right?
MVP if he's in shape?
He'll win it if he not in shape.
guaranteed.
No, I'm
But
just
is-
saying, will
is
he
he
be in that?
MVP level?
If he gets in
He's
shape?
already in
He's
that.
already in
wants
that.
you to
Now, if
agree.
he gets in shape,
He's already in
yeah.
the
He's already
conversation.
in
Say
that.
yes. Say
He's
yes.
already in that.
He was already in the conversation.
already in that.
Nick, was it in the was it realistic for you to be in the conversation for defensive player of the year
Yes.
when you played?
Yes.
Now you on motherfucking what and what?
It was.
Dope or crack?
You
was.
and dog food.
You don't have to agree with me.
Mixture.
What you drinking right here, bro?
Norris would like a sip. All right, well, let's keep this thing moving. We got a lot of other topics to get
He
into.
over there sipping that Hennessy.
Shit.
For Trinity?
Yes. Absolute.
Nobody can get past me. Shit, that's what it matters.
Do you got to be in shape to move them puppies from here to here to here to here, and then
Thank
crack,
you.
You gotta
then
want
crack
to.
down,
Right,
and
you
then
gotta
get
want
back?
to.
You gotta be.
You gotta want
gotta
to.
want
You have to be in shape.
No.
Yes.
No.
Gotta want to,
y'all be-
man.
No, you don't.
Man, God.
If you can score 30 points a game, you gotta want to.
Funny,
'cause
why
you can do it.
y'all niggas
No,
look
you
at
don't.
me in my face and
That
not-
nigga playing
No, you
not
don't.
24
damn.
fitness.
Do you have to be in shape?
And you look at our face
to
and
go
say the
like
dumbest
this
shit
and
ever
do this and
No.
do this? You don't have to be in shape.
No. You don't.
Acting like
It would
you
be
haven't seen it
beneficial.
before.
You don't. You don't have
Red
to.
of our faces that he's gonna be
Yeah,
defensive player
the
of the
question
year.
was say.
All right.
Defensive
See
player
that
of
for
the
see.
year, come on.
So y'all use
But why
words
he
and shit,
can't
right?
be, though?
No, you don't. To
Why
Joe
can't he
Josiah answered your question, right? You said, "Do you have to be?"
Has LeBron
No,
won?
you don't fucking have to.
He
be.
should
But
have.
would it help?
He should have.
Has Kobe
LeBron.
won defensive player of
He
the year?
should have. Both of them
Y'all
should
asked him
have.
to do something that some of the Pantheons ain't never
I know,
did.
man. That's why.
They
man.
should have.
Come on,
Can't have this
man.
conversation
Giannis
with people,
did it.
dog.
Yeah,
That's Giannis.
That's Giannis.
Giannis 6'16".
Nigga have 2%
Did
body fat.
Kobe do it?
They didn't.
Almost.
Almost on top of horseshoes and hand grenades.
Michael Jordan did it.
Oh,
They gave it to
He's only
him.
the GOAT. He's only the
They
GOAT.
gave it to
Kobe
him.
didn't do it.
They
Michael
gave it
Jordan
to
did
him.
it.
They
so
gave
we
it
can
to
all
him.
find
did it.
George
okay.
GOAT.
They gave it to him.
The fact that he's in that, the fact that
They
y'all
go-
talking about
they-
him doing that,
That's crazy to me.
Did Hakeem
That just
Olajuwon
let you
do
know
it?
how
I think
great he
Hakeem
really-
do it.
He did.
Hakeem Olajuwon did it.
So how many people in the history of the NBA?
That's 3.
Out of how many many people?
A lot of people.
God damn.
Are we gonna do that? With
Yes.
How many offensive dominant players have won defensive player of the year?
We can do that with a lot of.
No, how many dominant offensive players have won defensive player of the year? It ain't many, brother.
So how many people didn't play in this league?
It ain't many.
5,000?
5,000.
Like 5,000
great.
people. So you just gave me 3 out of
Dare to be great.
5,000.
Dare to be great.
Gave me 3 out of 5.
many
So Kobe
offensive
wasn't
players?
great?
How many
Kobe wasn't
offensive
great?
players have
Yes,
won?
he was.
So why didn't he do these things?
Because he
then?
did. I guess he wasn't great enough.
So your guy wasn't great enough now.
Yeah.
Boy, you listen.
Because the guys in front of him.
Step in it.
did.
Step in it.
What
Step
guys
in it.
in front of him?
Step in the
Step in
shit.
what?
The shit you just put your step in.
That my
Because
guy
your
did.
guy's
That
great,
my guy
right?
did.
Your guy, you just brought up everything. You hell bent on Kobe yesterday.
And he has
Every
been number
y'all
one.
talking about it's Bean. It's Bean. Bean this, Bean. Y'all ain't gonna disrespect Bean. Now all of a sudden he ain't great enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just yesterday.
Yeah. He's not great enough. Now what?
But he's the greatest player of all time to you.
Yes. He didn't get those accomplishments. So what?
Kenyon doing that in the best dad ever medal.
Oh my God.
So what?
I ain't never seen him act like this.
Yeah. Over what?
That
They
man
want
got-
Kobe not to be so bad?
No,
What did he do to y'all niggas?
Nothing. You brought
What did he do to y'all?
You know,
That
you
nigga
said
hot.
That was a out-of-body experience. That was an out-of-body experience.
That was you
He
yesterday.
said
That
Kobe
ain't got that
did
lie.
this, and he wasn't like
So you
this.
want Luka to do something that?
I'm going on your words.
Wow, that's crazy.
I'm going on your words.
Kobe
that's
Bryant
Your
does
words.
this to people.
No.
To
you.
You
To you.
said that.
To you.
But I didn't just have an out-of-body
To you.
experience.
Need to get out.
When you said Luka win defensive player of the year, that's out of body.
Even yesterday, he was
And you opened motherfucker like this yesterday. Your fucking head was about to explode
Me
yesterday.
repping Kobe make
Nigga, you
do
was
this?
sweating.
You said Luka Doncic can win
Right.
defensive player of the year, something that Kobe didn't do, and Kobe was a real defender.
Yeah.
That's out of body to say that.
Why?
That's out of body to say that.
Why can't he be better than Kobe? What's out of body, bro?
Okay.
Come with logic when you talking to me, bro.
That's out of body. That is out of body. That's out of body.
Why can't he do it? Why is it out of body?
Because he don't play.
Why is it out of body?
Jordan's not better than
Jordan ain't better than him, so how Luka
Why
be?
can't
According to him. According to
Why
him.
can't Luka do it?
No.
Why can't Luka do it?
Nick.
Think about what he's saying. To him, Kobe is number one.
Finish him.
Yeah, to him, Kobe
To
was
him,
one.
Kobe is number one. He's saying,
Yes.
Do
Yes.
something that Kobe didn't
do
even do.
something that
Even
Kobe
he
couldn't
didn't do.
He put Jordan in front and say, Jordan did it.
Yeah.
So we said, wait, Kobe didn't do it. You got Kobe number one.
Yes.
So you're saying the greatest player of all time for you don't even have none of this, but you're telling a guy who's a Laker to do something that
The
Kobe
greatest
didn't
Laker
do.
never
And it's
did.
not even his
It
game
will
to
make
do.
you the greatest Laker, wouldn't it?
It would.
No, logic don't make sense for you niggas. I see.
Yes, it does make very good sense.
So what? How does it not?
Because the greatest Laker don't have
If I'm pushing Luka to be
That's your favorite
better
player.
than my favorite player,
And that's
I'm pushing
unrealistic.
Luka to say, look, do what my guy never did.
greatest Laker don't have
Sounds
for
good.
him.
It sounds good.
Sounds good coming out your mouth.
The greatest.
It always seems to sound good when they.
Defensive player of the
Y'all
year?
saying he don't have a chance to do it if he really put his mind to say,
LeBron
fuck,
don't
I'm
even
gonna-
got a defensive player of the year.
They
In
got
22
robbed.
years.
So that means
LeBron
he got robbed.
It don't matter what you got.
You put LeBron up here.
Nobody can
Hey, y'all just got Josiah out of here. Josiah, listen, Josiah don't never.
Luka better defender than LeBron now?
And Josiah just picked a side.
That's out of body. So Luka better defender than LeBron
Luka can't
now.
win
Is
defense.
that what we're saying?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Don't play defense. You can't do
Just
shit.
play defense.
You're not listening to what he's saying.
He said defensive player of the year,
You
nigga.
can't win a motherfucker.
He said if you get defensive player of the year, you could be the greatest Laker of all time, win the greatest player in the world to him ever, don't even have it.
I know.
You see how it
That don't
just
even
made
sound
it don't
right.
even sound
That don't even sound right.
All right, well, does it not sound right?
doesn't.
Because the guy who has
want him to be better than Kobe.
there's people in front, there's
Luka
people
was my
behind him
favorite
who
player.
has these awards. The guy that he has the crown don't have the award. He's saying that you need to get the award to be the number one, but number one don't have it. Come on, man.
Come on now, man.
You're just saying shit now.
Well,
Number one got more points.
let's keep this thing moving. We asked the chat, is Luka prepared to be the face of the Lakers? We had nearly 4,000 votes. 68% of the chat says yes. All right, let's keep this moving. Today's podcast is sponsored by Rough Greens. Sometimes in life, if you want to get to the truth, you got to look at the numbers. Unfortunately, 50% of all dogs over 10 years old will die of cancer, and the other 40 to 50% will suffer miserably from skin issues or joint problems. And this is widely attributed to your dog's diet. These numbers are what inspired Dr. Dennis Black to create Rough Greens. So here's the good news. With thousands of testimonials and 5-star reviews every month, Rough Greens is now the #1 all-natural dog supplement in America. They've helped millions of pups stay active and be healthy, and your pup could be next. You don't have to change your dog's food to improve your dog's health. Just add a scoop of Rough Greens. Fetch a free Jumpstart trial bag for your dog today. You just cover shipping. Go to roughgreens.com. Just use promo code ARENA. That's RUFFgreens.com. Promo code ARENA. You don't have to change your dog's food to improve your dog's health. Just add a scoop of Rough Greens. Kenyon, Rough Greens has blessed you with ample amount of product. How has Rough Greens been working out for your dog?
Rolled it up too.
Rough Greens are a delicious product.
No, it is definitely. Kid, dogs love it, man. They thriving. Skin, coat look good. Hey.
Ken, you are, as your medal says, you are the best dad ever. #1. And #1 dads use Rough Greens for their pup. Shout out to Rough Greens.
Yeah, shout out to, hey, man, my son Cash. Speaking of, yeah, man,
You're the best around.
yeah, I was supposed to wear it yesterday and I forgot. He came straight home from camp. Dad, did you wear it to work? Shit, I forgot.
And you know he watching.
So, you know,
that's why I got to wear the championship ring.
Yeah, shout out to Cash, man. My 7-year-old, yeah, that's my guy, man. So, Papa, yeah, this.
We need to see a birth certificate, King. Trying to get him on the squad. Already recruiting him for my high school team.
Hey, yeah, because I'm going to have to carry it around in about 2 years.
Yeah, no
Everywhere I go, I'm going to have to carry it.
About 15 when you came out the womb.
Absolutely. He's going, hey, man.
All right, so yesterday on the show, we talked about KD's future in the league with a report from Shams that Durant narrowed down his preferred trade destination to the Heat, Spurs, and Rockets. Well, according to a report from The Athletic Monday night, this list has been dwindled down to just one preferred option, the San Antonio Spurs. The Spurs have the assets necessary to make a deal happen, including the number 2 and 14 picks in this year's draft at their disposal. But should the Spurs leverage their future to pair KD with Wemby? Ooh, shit going down here in the arena, lady. It is turned up.
Oops.
I know Black. But should the Spurs leverage their future to pair KD with Wemby?
I don't think they have to.
They should.
I don't think they have to
Yeah, I don't
leverage
think they
their
have to
future.
either.
They
got enough assets to where they don't
this year pick, but they got what?
Tons
2
of-
and 14. They got pieces. They don't have to leverage their future.
Tons of draft assets. And there was talk initially the Suns had a hefty asking price for KD. Seems like they have no leverage in these negotiations.
They
so
don't.
at some point.
Leverage your future?
Yeah.
You mean Wemby?
No, just Castle and other pieces they have.
Vessel and
No. You know,
Carry on. Carry on.
When you said future, I thought you were talking about Wemby.
No.
That's the only future they need, motherfucker.
Wemby is the future.
There's gonna be a point where you just throw anybody out there with it. You folk niggas just come on and play with them.
Yeah, but no, you can't get rid of
Carry
it.
on.
You can't get rid of it. They got 5 Castle. They got enough pieces that they could not leverage, like just throw everything in. Like
So there are reports Suns are asking for Castle, potentially that second pick. I don't think once this thing wears
Not getting
down,
both of them.
they're not getting
those.
you're not getting both.
nah, not getting both.
Not for how old is KD? 35.
37.
37-year-old. You're not for a 37-year-old
2 more
KD.
years with him?
Not a 37-year-old KD. If KD was motherfucking 31,
2-year contract?
But
if KD was 31 pre-Achilles, yeah, you give him the second.
Give 'em
Castle
whatever they want.
14, fucking the gym,
Give 'em everybody.
fucking hey.
if KD was 31, that would look somewhere along the lines about 6, 7, 8
That's what I'm
first
saying.
round.
That's what I'm saying. But
Now you got Wemby.
now,
What the fuck you gonna do?
So, Shad, you
Point
think
guard, though.
Spurs leverage their future in terms of their draft capital and assets and some of their young core now
Not giving up
to
the
bring
second,
KD in to
yeah.
pair him up with Wemby?
I give the 14.
I do. I think that what Wemby needs is momentum. He needs some momentum. So KD would give him winning momentum into his departure. Then you got him and De'Aaron Fox. Castle's a promising prospect. He reminds me a lot like Vince. But you got to let him go because he's very valuable. So you're looking at a piece like that, partner with Johnson or Vassell, maybe Shohan. You're looking at something you can even get more to complement KD if you separate those. You know what I'm saying? Give away that pick. Double down on the fact that you can bring the Spurs legacy back to life.
Yeah.
Right now. And Pop's departure is the one where everyone will be looking for a rebuild stage.
Yeah.
Well, oh fuck.
Well, they've been in the midst of that.
And when I say that, I mean like the dust settles. Right now, Pop is gone, and we got to really find a new identity. So at that point, you're looking at Wemby being that, De'Aaron Fox being that. Come in, bring KD. You tried to bring CP in. This is another vet that could give you 23, 25 for the next 2 years.
You have the potential to put a big three together: De'Aaron Fox, Wemby, KD.
But if you do that, if you do that, right? You say the next 2 years, or you win the championship in the next 2 years.
You got to get close.
See, close on it, that ain't good enough.
You might not win, but that's what I said. Momentum. The momentum goes for Wemby.
Right, it's
Wemby.
Yeah.
It's Wemby though. It's a Wemby project. It's not a KD farewell tour. We need to give Wemby what it takes like to get there and feel that, we was almost there.
Right.
KD bring him up to the table and say, look, De'Aaron Fox, you take us over the top because they ain't even thinking you even here with us.
That's why they're going to need some help, though.
Castle fit into any role. Castle
That's why they
You need some youth defenders.
If they keep Castle, that'll be the biggest steal. They keep him, it's
Castle,
still.
that'd be the biggest
Would
deal.
you keep De'Aaron Fox if the Suns ask for that?
Well, you want to give?
I give
I'm keeping.
You got to keep Fox.
I'm keeping.
So you
Not
have
to
to
say that
leverage
that's
the assets. You got to leverage the assets.
Not to say that that's in the mix, but the Suns
No,
say
I'm
we
just
want.
saying his speed, his shot ability, the way he can get downhill quick.
And
He's experienced.
And at the rim.
He's
You got a
experienced.
guy-
10 years.
If you keep De'Aaron Fox, then you can give away the number 2 pick.
Yeah.
If you're gonna keep number 2 pick and bring in Dalen
But if they
Harper,
want
then you
Stephon
gotta
Castle,
get-
do you give away Rookie of the Year, a guy with a very bright future in this league?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm not.
I'm not giving you the
I can't
Castle.
give it.
No.
I give you the 2 pick, but I'm not giving you
not
2
giving you
and
both.
But you don't
Castle.
have nothing else. You don't have nothing
But
else
they're
to
both
give.
shoot- they're both shooting
all
guards.
3 of them are shooting. Vassell, Castle,
Who's the shooting guard?
all of them are shooting.
Dylan
guards.
Harper is a point guard.
Harper's a shooting
I mean, he can
guard,
play
though.
2 guard,
But I'm
I know
not.
he's a shooting guard, right?
He's like
I'm going with this rookie of the year, man.
they're both like Castle's a shooting guard,
Yeah.
and then your second pick is who, Harper or Bailey?
Castle
And
is a
it seems
small
like
forward.
That's
he's
why I'm giving
dropping
the 2 picks.
He's dropping 2, so it's like
Well, that's
I
a
can't-
report
I
saying he don't
can't-
want to work out for teams. He knows where
What
he's
I'm saying
going.
is I can't draft. If I draft Harper, what am I doing with him?
Nothing.
But if you're a Phoenix, why would you get Castle and you got Booker and Bill?
Because Castle could be a
You're trying to
small
put him
Phoenix
forward.
is in total rebuild. They're not winning. Phoenix is not
Castle
winning.
be a small forward.
No, you're gonna put Booker at the point and put him at the
So,
2.
He athletic
Now he
and
can't
long.
shoot. Like it's
Like 6'5".
You wouldn't go for no
Long
shooting guard.
6'5".
And Bill, honestly, they not really rocking with
Ain't
him.
It has to be a
Big, so
multi-team
like that.
trade. It can't be no straight-up trade. It can't
Trade
be no
mine,
straight
too.
up. It has to be multi-team. Got to involve other pieces.
Yeah.
I'm
'Cause it
not
don't
living
make
in the
sense.
future though to bring KD in.
Are you living in the
but
now for
it's Castle
Wemby?
your future.
He's part
That's
of
what
it.
you gotta
He's
have.
part of it.
It's part of it.
You got
He could be
a young
Ginobili
guard.
or
You got Wemby as the piece.
got 2 rookie of
You
the
got
year.
2. Yeah, I mean that's a nice foundation for a young team.
yeah.
And long
sure.
You need one more piece, and you got Fox there as a point guard. So you got 3. That's
still.
Tony Parker,
Right.
Manu.
Yeah.
Still got Harrison Barnes over
Oh,
there.
so would you
still.
leverage that?
For Barnes?
I don't wanna
Oh,
go to LA.
he has to
Yeah.
go because there's no minutes for him.
Yeah.
Because you still got Johnson. You still got Vassell. you
Some
still
of
got
these
Shaw-
pieces may be in
Shaw-
the mix.
Some of the pieces still might. So whoever you decide to keep of them 4, then it's what you. I'm saying. So it's.
It's all position.
So Harrison Barnes has to go because he's giving a lot.
Is he good? Is he
He's a
still
good trade
valuable
piece.
right
You
now?
could trade
Fox,
Fox.
KD, and Wemby.
So he done moved
They don't have
for the last 3.
They don't have a 3 over
They
there.
don't have it.
So let's look at the
I'm
Spurs.
gonna get rid of Fox.
Spurs finished 34-48 this season with Wemby sidelined for more than 30 games after suffering a season-ending blood clot in his shoulder. Does KD make the Spurs a playoff team? And when I by playoff team, I say top 6 in the NBA, not a
50
play-in.
win team.
Yes.
Easy 50 wins with a healthy Kevin Durant, healthy Spurs team. They're a 50-win team.
So if you're the Spurs, why not
They won
make this
34
move?
games with no Wemby. How many games? was Wemby
34 and
missed?
48.
How many-
Wemby
how many-
missed-
They
I
was
think he missed
in
like
the-
36 total for the
Phoenix, though.
season,
They
but
was in
30.
the
Just
playoff
saying
run
50
before he
If he
got
played
hurt,
half
right?
of them
They would
36.
have won 40.
I'm saying, just imagine
just
if he
didn't
played
know
half
how
of them
to play with
36.
each other.
They win 40-some games
sure,
last year. If he played half of the 36
And
games,
you only
he
need him in the
missed.
65 to 70 game range if we keep
So
it in
yeah,
the buck.
they easily win 50 games, 50 plus with
I
Kevin
say
Durant.
the next 2 years with them 3, they can make a run.
They can. That's
can make
tough.
a run.
Why you only want to go to the Spurs though?
Because it's
They got
that.
him stable, man.
Going east is easier to make it to the finals, but Wemby changes the dynamic of landscaping because he's a freak of nature.
And Phoenix is gonna want what they want. Phoenix not taking. They're not gonna
Yeah,
just
you
take
gotta-
anything.
I mean, they're not taking,
Yeah, they will.
taking that bullshit over
Yeah, they
there,
will.
but It's a freak of nature. It's like when LeBron was younger.
Yeah.
He goes somewhere, it kind of just changes the outcome. That's Wemby right now.
Phoenix ain't
Defensively,
no
he's a juggernaut.
place to-
Once he gets into his offense, then it's over. Once he understands, like, you know what, if I just stand under this rim and y'all just throw that shit up there, like, I damn near go to every goddamn pass y'all make, this shit might be too easy.
And just turn around jumpers, man. Like getting a little muff, get some
touch.
little strength to him where he can hold it just a little bit.
Just hold the ground.
Just a little bit.
Stop
Turn around, jumpers,
threes.
just certain little simple shit. He averaging motherfucking 28, 29.
He needed compadre though, so
You got
need
one.
somebody to save him.
No, Kevin
when he
Durant is
get-
that?
No, another big.
Oh, another
He need another big.
Don't say it, Gil.
He can't be like him though.
Like a
Can't-
hard-
like
He gotta
Bojan,
be a
like
strong-
He gotta be a strong, like a Steven Adams Hartenstein.
Steven Adams Hartenstein type. Yeah.
Two of them out there.
Yeah, two of them out there is crazy.
Two of them out there.
Bobo and
Bobo,
Wemby, disgusting.
the way they play defense,
Yes.
both of them.
Yes, he plays zone on
And
that.
Kevin Durant.
And Kevin Durant.
Oh, 1, 2,
My God.
3, 4, 5.
Good luck. Good
3,
luck.
4, 5.
Good luck at the rim.
3, 4, 5.
That'd be the tallest backcourt in the NBA.
Castle at the
That'd be
2. Castle at the 2. De'Aaron Fox at the 1.
Longest, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm bringing
Tallest
Bobo in right away.
Yo, that
All
Johnson
of
kid,
them.
yeah, they might have to get
Knees
off him.
buck
He's,
have to-
he's good.
Estelle too.
That's why I say all them knees
all
getting
them
Estelle is good. I
bucked.
like Johnson. Because Johnson was there when he was there first, right? Johnson was there first. Yeah.
He took his foot off the gas.
Shit.
Bobo
They
set
mean
to
you at
become a
that
free
rim,
agent this summer.
Hell no.
Man, Spurs get the Bobo, get that engine going.
So let's talk a little more
look at
KD.
this one right
Durant, KD turns 37 in September, still playing at an all-NBA level. Average 27 a game this season. How many good years does KD have left in the tank? If you're looking at it from a franchise perspective.
The way he plays?
Depends what you want him to be.
4 years. Fine.
Yeah, what do you say? Good years, like is 15 a game good?
Not good enough. I'm
What,
saying
for
at,
him?
at the level he's
No, I'm
playing
just
at
He's
now.
averaging 27 now,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I'm
So
saying.
what would we consider like,
Bad
all right, KD
year.
need to retire? Like, what would that number be? Right? This is like, what would that fucking number be?
So I feel like he's still
gonna
got
be
at least 3 good
But
high-level
this media,
years.
25.
Yes.
If he averages 25, he got to retire.
He washed at 25, right? That's what somebody gonna say.
As long as he's healthy,
If
he
he's-
not gonna have no bad years because he can shoot and he's efficient and he's 6'10". Like
That don't go nowhere.
If he
don't
gives you
go
20 a
nowhere.
game, I mean, he's still usable.
Just get slow.
and he can spot
It
up.
depends on,
If he gets
depends
slow,
on
he
the
can spot up
defensive end,
shoot.
what he looks like.
Yeah, then he'll back up 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stretch
A
five.
stretch 5
Fact.
in 4 years.
They can pop.
Right?
Damn.
Dead.
It all, and then it all depends. It all depends. If he's with Wemby
Because-
extends his life.
Because bad as some of these defenders are in the NBA right now, like there's no separation at a 42-year-old Kevin Durant, like 41 Kevin year, like if he wants to play at 40, 41, 40, like
but
the
not
way the defensive
over.
lack
You gotta
lack
go
thereof.
You gotta
Regular-
go up
He
to the
loved
court.
What I'm saying is you got Wemby back there. Like
Yeah.
when you have Wemby back there, your
erases a lot of
defensive.
shit, bro.
He covers all mistakes.
he covers all mistakes. So you don't have to be an excellent defender
Not
when
at
you
all.
got him back there. So, him playing the 4, the backup 5, or whatever, you got help. Real good help.
So KD's averaged 25 points per game every season since 2008-09.
since he came in, since he got drafted.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what you just said.
So you're gonna be
Second year, excuse me. Thank you, Gil.
20
Appreciate
rookie
it.
year, but after
so
that,
you're gonna be unrealistic and say if he averages 21, he got to retire.
No, not at all. What I'm telling you is that he's been on that trajectory and that streak, so it hadn't looked like he's tailed off
Because
even
we
with
look
an
at some of
Achilles
the
injury.
dudes that average them number 25, 26, 27, and you look at them when they 37, 38,
And that's my point.
motherfucker averaging 7.
Sam.
So at 37, I don't look at KD
I
as
don't
a
even know if
37-year-old
I don't
right
even know if this group is allowed to get 7-10 and average that now.
No.
Yeah.
They lose legacy.
yeah.
Right. If they get to be the normal old dude that retires like everybody else, they're losing their legacy spot now.
Yeah. Melo.
You got to walk away at the top.
Yeah.
Like you got to walk away when you at the unfortunate
And there's never, no one's did it.
Unless you do like Vince, he
fell off.
Vince, but he
Fell off-
did it
fell off
gracefully
quick.
though. He did it
gracefully
gracefully
fell off?
because they stopped playing him.
That
they
shit look like
overexposed him.
no. That shit look like it hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, no, Vince last 2 years, that shit look like it hurt. And when he would dunk, the bench would cheer.
Yeah, but he wasn't having to play heavy minutes. Is what I'm
He
saying.
couldn't.
Was it him?
He physically could not play big minutes them last few years.
That sheltered it to where it didn't look crazy. If he would have been having
it
to
looked
play
crazy.
It
25
looked
minutes,
crazy.
it would
It looked crazy.
No, it looked bad.
Him sitting there.
So my point being, KD averaged 25 every season since his second year. It's fair to assume even at 37, he's still going to be able to play for a high level if you're the Spurs and give you at least 3 to 4.
He doesn't have to
more.
do as much. He doesn't have to carry the load.
But for my point is, that if I'm the Spurs, I make that move instead of
Don't
trying
KD
to
wanna win
look at a
for that?
draft
They gonna
pick
win.
that may not pan out in 3 to 4 years.
Yeah, KD
It ain't about
wanna
that for
win.
KD, bruh.
Shit,
It's
KD
not.
wanna
If it
win.
was about that,
Man,
he'd stay
KD
Golden
want to
State.
hoop.
Nah, it's different.
No, go listen to his words. That's for other people to worry about.
KD
That man want to
win.
motherfucker put that ball through the basket, man.
can
Hey,
do that
if it
anywhere.
if it come with a championship,
That's why
he is fucking
you're not
great
getting
with
you're
it.
not getting traded all these places just to hoop.
Why not?
KD want to win.
Huh?
He can hoop anywhere. He gonna hoop
Yeah,
regardless.
you just-
he
you
can
just-
stay in
you
Phoenix
just-
and hoop and just get their ass whooped.
Did he just say what he just said?
No, he
He
want
getting
to win.
traded
He
all
can stay
these
in
play-
Phoenix.
he
He's
traded
getting
all
traded to win.
Yeah,
You
and
don't get traded to fucking just go hoop. You want to win.
No.
You don't get traded
He
to
wanna
just
hoop.
You know,
Winning
I'm
comes
just go
with
over
it.
here just to hoop.
I mean,
Hell no.
I don't think he went to the Nets because he just wanted to hoop. He wanted to
just
win,
said
right?
he
There were some
wanna win.
circumstances
But
that didn't
the
allow that
Nets-
to
How
happen.
long ago was the Nets?
Yes, she want to hoop, bro. He said his
Long time ago.
But came to the
Most
Suns with
recent- he
that
just
same
said it most
idea,
recently.
right?
We're going off of his words.
Yes, not mine.
What did he
Look,
say?
I-
He said, I don't want to win, I just want to hoop.
No, it's just about
I
basketball.
don't want
for
him
him.
if he
I
said
didn't hear
that.
him
If
say
he
he
said
was-
I just want to play basketball. I want to play basketball. I love basketball. If winning comes with it, great. He don't want to be judged on not winning championships and shit like that.
Nah,
The man
some
said
people
shit,
that
so
don't-
I'm not
He cares about
words
the
in his
He
mouth.
cares about the process.
Yeah.
The process of working out every day.
Yeah,
3-4
all of
times
that,
a day,
and that's
watching,
basketball.
Being in shape, like that's his life. His life is basketball.
And if a championship comes at the end of that, fucking great.
But he doesn't do
he's
all that to
gonna
not
be
win,
good.
right?
Not at all. I'm not
No,
saying
you don't
that.
work out 3 times
I'm
a day.
not saying
That's
that. But
how
if
you
a
do it.
championship
He's not a
comes with
killer.
it,
So you want that
great.
team.
Yeah.
Listen
but
to what you're
I'm
saying.
doing everything I possibly
Y'all
can to
saying
get
it.
there.
Yes,
He
but that's
works
being
out
in love
3
with
You
basketball
guys
and
are
wanting
saying
to
it.
play.
I'm not saying
He's
it.
not putting it
You
first.
guys saying if I
I'm
win,
saying-
it's cool. I just want to hoop. That's what y'all saying.
So
He said.
the problem is you guys are using.
Not me, guys. I'm listening to you guys. What are you talking about?
You're labeling him by his.
How am I labeling
It's
somebody?
a lot of
He's
water
being
spills.
He's being labeled by winning, not his process.
Yes.
His process is
Yes.
you can give me all the winners you want. They don't work out harder than me. They don't train more than me. They don't watch more film than me. They don't put their soul in this game. That's all I care about, putting my soul in this game.
If I win, I win.
I'm not here to say who's a
Yes.
winner, who's a
I
not.
put my
I'm
soul
here
in
to
this
work
game.
out and train and give my life to this game.
And if I
That's what
win,
you
it's
just know.
cool. If I lose, it's cool.
Nobody's saying if you lose, it's
I'm
cool.
just trying to figure out.
But he's not going to be, it ain't going to be the end all, the be all for him.
I'm doing my part
I
to
can see
win.
that. I can see that.
I'm doing my, so people
can
not
see it
going to
in
get
the
at,
game.
like
I
you're
can
not
see it in the
finna.
game.
Did he look like a loser when you was with him?
No, but
Okay.
no.
All right.
It
Okay.
look like a winner. Steph look like a winner too.
Okay. 2.
Draymond look like a winner.
Okay.
Clay look like a winner.
And that's why they won a championship.
Shot, I see you.
You named 3 more winners with him.
Yeah,
never
you don't
Clay,
see me.
I don't see you.
You said Clay too, right? You said
No,
Clay
I'm
too,
just saying.
right?
I'm just saying.
You said Clay too.
So during the process, right? So Nick,
I'm trying to figure out.
during the process, during the process, while you were his teammate, right?
Heavy sips.
Along the way, all the shit that he did, if y'all don't win it at the end of the year, right?
It's not the end all be all for him. Okay.
No,
you
because there's
blame him?
another
Did-
year to
did he
go
not put
play.
his work in?
There's another opportunity.
work. I
Because
know.
there's another opportunity
It's gonna
next
be
year for me to
more-
put the same work in to give a fuck again. But if I don't win it again, I'm not gonna let the public judge my work ethic and what I put into this.
I just tell him I like to hoop, play basketball.
That's what it is for him.
That's what I tell the people.
Isn't that what you do?
I'm like, you know, I just like to hoop. I
Don't y'all all like to hoop?
That's the
Don't
first part
judge
of
me
it.
on winning. Don't judge me on winning. I
first-
just want to hoop.
The first part of it is
absolutely.
the love of the game, right?
Yes, absolutely.
That means if you take the money
If you
away,
love the game, you wanna win.
If you take the money away, he'll still do the same thing as hard with no
That's
money.
hard. And don't care about winning.
You think if he really wanted to win, he would have left Stephen? I mean, if that was his main
Yeah,
priority.
he wanted to win to show them for sure.
Wanted to show him, but you got hey,
Then
a
it
bird in
turned
the
into
hand
hoop.
is hey.
Then it turned into
Worth
Just-
more than 2 in the bush, nigga. So trust me, where he was, they was winning.
He come play with me at 24 if he wanted to hoop. Shit, nigga, he can win all the fucking time. Just come hoop with me at 24. That's all you want to do.
fire. He's on fire.
Sound good.
3 for 3 right now. Nigga, slow down.
With your 2014 winning championship.
Time out. Nigga, on fire. They don't play
Sound
hard.
good.
Swaggy, did your team at 24
What?
play hard?
Undefeated. You can't see me.
shit
Never
sound
lost.
good.
All right, come see me there.
Damn.
The challenge has been
Come see
issued.
me.
Damn.
See me.
Damn.
Ooh, I don't play basketball.
See me.
Damn.
Look this way.
Yeah.
Damn.
Look this
I don't
way.
play basketball.
I do.
The fuck?
I do.
The fuck are you see you at what?
Come see me.
Look, come
Is
play
that
some old
for
niggas
what?
up there.
I don't play basketball.
Sorry about a whole
I
bunch
don't
of
play
L's,
basketball.
too. Don't see me.
I moved on. That's in the past. I don't play basketball anymore.
My roof is on fire.
I don't live through that.
Calm my roof down.
I'm saying I don't live through basketball anymore.
I still do.
No, so therefore you challenge people that
Come
play.
see me.
You challenge people that play.
Well, we do have
Challenge you still,
we do
motherfucker.
have a
You
guest
got a
pass for you,
competitive
Norris.
spirit,
It's the
motherfucker.
24th.
Y'all have seen you do this shit.
But they got to do
That's
anything.
competitive.
Oh, it's
No,
okay.
it's not. No, it's not.
So you didn't want to? Okay.
No, not y'all motherfuckers, you have no idea who I am. Trust me.
That's why your shirt says
You don't
Jesus
understand.
loves you.
Listen,
you so much.
listen, my competitive. Listen, dog. You don't want me to be competitive.
I seen it, motherfucker.
No, you do not.
Man.
You don't want me to be competitive.
You funny.
Trust me.
I seen you go
No.
in practice.
No, you don't want. So you saw me when I was
Thank you,
competitive,
though.
right?
So don't act like
So
I
you was
didn't
on the
see you,
team.
motherfucker.
So therefore, I ain't nowhere near that.
It's okay to just go.
No, I ain't nowhere near that.
Hoops,
No, it ain't.
Oh, so
Not for me.
Yeah.
See, that's for y'all. Like y'all, see, y'all can do that shit. Cause when I turn it on, people can't handle it.
Motherfucker, the juggernaut.
No, I'm just saying,
They was
nigga,
locked
you
behind
seen
the
it.
gate.
Nick,
Open that gate. This the juggernaut.
Nick, the head coach turned it on when we were teammates. He turned it on. I was chilling.
You hated that, but yeah.
I was chilling. He turned it on, and what happened?
Vinny the Black?
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
Shut down, quit practice after that.
Cause they best player having a hard time in this motherfucker, man. Yo, real shit. You don't want me to turn. No, I didn't turn it off, bruh. All the way.
Man, you had a great career, OG.
I'm saying, I ain't got to tell me. I know I played 15 years, nigga. Listen, I appreciate the love, but trust, I ain't nowhere near it, bruh.
Is there a game of dominoes or another sport that you guys could partake in?
You want to do that? Let's do that.
We could do
Speaking
dominoes.
of
You
dominoes,
want dominoes, cars, tonk? We can do it. Spades.
speaking of dominoes, Jay-Z,
We say y'all played the 500 though.
did
500.
it was 480 to 175. He didn't even, I don't know when he was at 150, but it was 480 to 175. He said, if we would have played the 150, I would have beat you. Like, nigga, you ain't at 150 right now.
Yeah.
And I got
That
400.
ain't too long.
Yeah.
That's too long, man. It's
500?
150 or 250 the most.
No, 150 is for
200 the first game.
150, that's 150 amateur.
150
That
is
means
the
you can
rest
get out to a good start and you good.
Well, you can't let them.
Well, I'm far from an amateur, and I played at 150, Gil.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah.
I'm far from an amateur, and I played at
that's-
150. See, that 500 shit is not.
That's like
That's phase game.
That's like big six. You throw out big six. You
500
throw out
spade
6-3.
game.
I
Stop
do something. You get 10. That's 25 off the jump.
Yeah.
That's not even skill work right there. That's just the place of the dominoes,
Who's
man.
playing the
See, y'all
That's
500?
just the place of the dominoes.
Nah.
That
You
longevity,
play
hand
4
after
games,
hand.
then play another game.
Hand after hand. Nah, hand after hand.
I played 9
That
seasons.
greatness comes in.
So y'all play that 7
I
and
played
pull. Y'all
9
play head up. Y'all want to pull and no, I played 9 no draw.
Yeah.
I play whatever.
9 no draw. Barnyard don't help you.
I've been
Whatever
playing-
you pull, you
I've
play
been
with.
playing since I
5
was
doubles,
little.
6 doubles, 7 doubles. Ain't no throwing no hands in. Ain't none of that shit. See, people used to that like that. Oh, that help. Oh, I got 4 doubles. Throw it in. No, if your hands touch 9 of them, motherfucker, you playing with all 9 of them.
I'm MJ.
Ain't no throwing shit in. We playing 10 to get in. 200 first game, 150.
I need to have a Gil's
I'm
domino
MJ.
event.
I'm
Bro,
KD
listen,
at domino.
It ain't not one person that I didn't set in front of at that domino
I just
table
like to play.
that has a winning record against me.
I just
I
like
can
to
tell you
play
that
dominoes.
Oh, well, Gil, hey.
shit. That is a promise.
He said he passed out all A's.
Listen, we can pitch coins.
I didn't-
I'm competitive now.
I
We
didn't-
can
I didn't-
gamble pitching coins. We can play shoot dice, dominoes, cards. We can do it all. Yes,
I didn't play as a
Yeah.
rookie, so that's all I had to play with my dad.
Trust me.
Online.
I didn't get him
Huh?
nothing as a rookie.
I grew up watching. playing spades and dominoes with
I
grown
serve
ups.
I
everybody
got the
spades
table
for
at the
sure.
crib.
I'm the goat.
And I got a wood domino. I got a folding wood domino table that's specifically made for dominoes at my house. So. Folding wood when everybody else got the fold. I got a wood one specifically for that one.
Crab table.
Every house I've been in, wood table. We ain't playing on that plaque. I need to hear. There's certain action going on, Jack.
Like it's battle mode
Crab
dominoes.
table.
Yes,
Battle
hey.
mode dominoes.
Hey, don't count me out. Y'all been counting me out everything else. I ain't get the paintball. I ain't get the bowl.
Don't do that,
Kenyon,
man.
we trying to live.
Kenyon, don't do that.
You know damn well we point a gun at you. We did.
No, not
We in the
paintball.
hospital.
I like paintball.
Yeah, I know you got the gun.
You don't want me, just saying, you don't want me to get my competitive spirit going.
That's fun.
You gonna kill a motherfucker.
No, that's fun.
Ice them hoes.
I'm saying, yo, that's fun. Like playing basketball ain't fun no more.
Oh,
It's not. That shit hurt.
okay.
Hey, playing basketball hurt, right?
That shit.
Especially when listen, hey, see, I didn't put this body through hell. I didn't have surgery on both ankles, both knees, wrists.
I still bust cold ass.
No, you will not.
Who?
Don't
My money on Norris.
We got
Don't
guys.
stand a chance, Nick.
My money on Norris.
Too little gas.
I'm flying right by you.
Too little.
And I'll strap you up. And I'll
You
strap
can't go by him, Nick.
Too little.
He can't post me up.
Don't say
What you
that.
want to bet?
Don't say that. Just
Hey,
say you'll play defense
bet
real
1,000.
well. Don't say.
I got 1,000 on Norris.
That's not good.
I got 1,000 on Kobe.
You know I'm winning that. You know I'm winning. I'm
Hey,
turn up.
Go turn up.
I got 1,000 on Kobe.
Go turn up.
Hey,
Say less.
Let me get right.
No, he ready right now.
From the army.
He ready right now.
I came back to the army.
He was in
He tried
Africa.
to quit.
4 times.
Crawling like this, through the mud.
And I didn't want to say it yesterday. He was like, I need to quit. No, you tried to quit
Light
4
work
times.
real
Producers
quick.
like, no.
Yeah, so,
The Marine nigga said no.
hey,
Nigga grab my shit and get your ass back. Hold on.
one thing I saw,
quit.
hey, I watched that battle mode shit. One thing you cannot do, motherfucker, move laterally. Man.
You crazy.
Who crazy? Move lateral?
Nigga, you can't move lateral right now.
Crazy. I play
Motherfucking
every
knee
night.
shot.
I'm in a championship.
Nigga, you playing against niggas who.
Okay.
I could go out there motherfucking average a double-double.
Nah.
And I ain't played basketball in motherfucking
Probably could
15 years. Yeah,
So
Probably dunk on a nigga.
yeah. I throw it up. I
back
still got
to
jump
our-
hook,
You can still
nigga.
dunk.
Yes.
you can do
With
it.
ease.
2 hands.
Crazy.
Huh? With ease. Multiple in a row.
A monkey dunk is
Yeah,
yours?
still.
Can you still dunk?
Just
I stopped dunking at 32, brother.
You can dunk?
I couldn't touch the backboard. I
Yeah,
probably could
yo.
tap.
I know you can't dunk. You couldn't dunk back in the day.
Who? I can still dunk.
Yeah, I can dunk
No.
still.
Stop playing. You already know.
Shit, I
Stop
can do my
playing.
leg.
Nick,
Oh, you gonna do one?
Nick, you do. I am still 6'9", right? No matter where I go, I'm still
Dunking ain't part of my
6'9".
game,
Jump like
but I can
this,
still
though,
dunk though.
Damn.
That's dunking.
Yeah, Chad.
That's
We
dunking.
killing time because somebody.
Yeah, because I work from here. Yeah, of course I can go from here, motherfucker, jump this high off the ground, motherfucker, to there. Yeah, that's
Still dunking.
that's still dunking.
Still play basketball.
This is called vamping, chat.
Yeah, this
Game
called,
last night.
This is a vamp.
Playoff game.
this is called intermission.
Yeah.
Well, somebody get what's the name?
Mic'd up. We got special guests come through the arena, but one more quick question about KD.
Nah.
So you guys said that the Spurs are a playoff team with KD on the Spurs. Are they a championship level team with
Why you
Kevin
gotta do
Durant?
that?
Because I'm
We
stalling.
got
Kenyon.
just with him? Probably not.
Why you gotta do
We
that?
got to see what
I'm
else.
stalling, Kenyon. I'm trying to do my.
But why you just can't leave it at a playoff team?
This playoff team.
Because I'm
Let's
asking.
start there.
You have Victor Wembanyama, generational talent.
And let's start with playoffs.
We gotta let him turn into what he's supposed to turn into.
Man.
He out there with Shaolin
There's other
monks.
generational talents that ain't won it too.
Shaolin monks, learning the ways of highway.
See, you'll say.
I don't know. LeBron leave. It's just Luka, baby. You see what the
No, I'm talking about,
I don't
like,
give a fuck
if
where
LeBron went to the
LeBron.
Spurs.
I don't care where they go. That's his guy.
So we have
I'm
a
Laker.
Would they be considered a
I
championship
don't
team?
fuck what they gonna be.
No, I'm just saying. Okay.
My Lakers gonna be a championship
Why you wanna
contender.
come to
Moving onward, we have a special guest making his return to the arena. One of the greatest hoopers to ever come out of Los Angeles. Former 3rd overall pick out of the University of California at Los Angeles, who went on to play 13 seasons in the league, where he was a 2-time All-Star. Now you can catch him doing his podcasting with Draymond Green. Ladies and gentlemen, Baron Davis has returned to the arena.
What about G?
Yeah, LA niggas.
Yes, sir.
BC.
Me out, man. You gotta sub me out, man. Yeah.
Sub you out.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Gil got a flight to catch.
What's up, Craig? What's up, Brody?
Gil has a flight to catch.
Where you going?
We got an OG in the building.
Where you going?
We're doing a quick sub out. Beat
Man,
Gil out, BD in.
Hey, I think I broke my toe going up the stairs, bro.
Lawsuit.
You know what you can get? You know what you can get for a slip and fall like this?
BD was going down with you.
What's up, big dog?
Appreciate it. Thank you for pulling up to the arena.
What's up, man?
Got a legend in the building.
Don't put me by this dude. Man.
Gil has the same effect.
Damn, you can't be.
What up, kid? What up, my dude?
No,
Want to take off on this fool?
just one time.
Oh, man, what's going on?
But a lot to get into. Before we do, though, obviously, entrepreneur as well as hooper. You got a lot of business, a lot of things that you do. So can you tell us about this Hall of Fame you're building out called History of the Game?
Yeah, man. I'm excited because it's been a project of passion. I think everybody who played in the league got game, and everybody should be in the Hall of Fame. I think when you make it to the NBA, that's like the pinnacle, and it's not the ending part of your journey. So History of the Game is really a storytelling museum where every player get to tell their story. They get to talk to their fans. They get to present their merchandise. And so it's like, how can we all be on one platform where people can go and look up stats, you know, for debates, ask the AI. We got AI. So for me, it was just like, how can I include everybody? Because everybody got a dope story. You may not have had like the most storied NBA career, but you may have had a crazy college career, a crazy high school career, a street ball. And so basketball need a platform, and everybody got a voice and got a dope story. And so I built this platform so I can just know more about everybody as a fan, you know what I mean, of the game.
Yeah, that's dope. So Michael, a friend of mine says this quote, like, and it's true, like every NBA player is Michael Jordan in their hometown.
Bingo.
Right? So no matter where you're from, you are, in your high school, if you make it to the NBA, you are that. Yeah. Some places more than others, like Los Angeles, a lot of you guys, but there's a lot of small towns, small cities around here that person is Michael Jordan in his hometown. Right. So to your point,
I mean,
it's a great platform.
Especially like from where you from and your story, like a lot of people pioneering and like are groundbreaking dudes coming out, you know, coming out their region, coming out of Dallas. You look and say, okay, who came after me? So they give us a chance to also highlight the dudes from our area, the dudes who made it make it, the dudes who probably went to college out, you hoop with. But it's just for us to start highlighting people in our culture. That's a part of our story, but also got dope stories themselves.
Sure.
Because how many times you see documentaries? Like your documentary just came out.
It did Memes and Nightmares, now streaming on Hulu.
But like I wanna go to one place and watch all that shit, knowing that it's coming from basketball, knowing it's coming from the people who kind of pioneer in culture. So that's what I've been working on, man. I'm back outside though. What's up, my boy?
King, yeah.
BD is back outside. So BD, obviously you're LA basketball royalty, one of the greatest players to come out of the city.
No.
So don't do that.
I ain't gonna say that. I'm chilling, bro. Just let me live, bro. I'm looking at him like, yo,
y'all
what?
stupid.
That's crazy.
So BD, one of the greatest players to come out of Los Angeles, obviously basketball royalty out here, revered. Whenever I walk to the Crossroads gym, I got to see the big jersey hanging up. We try to give y'all work. We usually fall short. But nonetheless, who's the best hooper to come out of LA that didn't make it to the league, in your opinion, that you've seen in your time?
I mean, you would have to say, I would say like Kenny Bruner should have made it. Shea Cotton should have made it. Corey Benjamin should have had a much better career. Damn, who else? It's a bunch of dudes, man. Tito Maddox should have had a better career.
Yeah, we were talking about Tito on Playback recently.
Yeah, Tito should have Evan Barnes. Yep, y'all great. He should have been there. Man, there's so many dudes like that should have made it. I feel like Ed O'Bannon should have had a better career. Charles O'Bannon should have had a better opportunity. Not a better career, but a better opportunity. For so long, LA used to get hated on. Yeah. Until, like I would say, our generation came along.
I heard Corey Benjamin mention, I believe.
Yeah, we played in the AAU tournament. When I came out here in high school, we played in Long Beach. And like I said, people thought I came up with the shit. Like people coming at me like I started like LA Hoopers was sophomore. Like, no, that's just what we heard.
Okay, right? You said we had backyards.
Y'all did palm trees and
not
shit.
Big.
And y'all want to gangbang.
Y'all can't. I remember when y'all came out here.
No, but it wasn't like. But dudes could really good at basketball. So to his point, I'm pretty sure there are dudes that that hoop that. Like every fucking place that you've been, some guys that's like that, right?
Yeah.
Trust me, around my way, to your point you just made, like I was just tall, man. I play hard. There was some dudes that I was like, yo, how the hell he ain't in somebody's college right now?
Sure.
Or why he ain't in the league like that? I'm like, so trust me, it's all of that going on, man. But no, you look at these dudes, man, and when you're able to dissect the things that maybe went left, right? You're able to look at it and be like, So for me, mine was most of the dudes that's around the way, we ain't got grades, right? You grew up in the inner city, grades ain't important. SAT, ACT was a real thing. So a lot of dudes had to go to junior college where I'm from.
Yeah.
So, and it was going to junior college within driving distance to Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
My thing was, whether it was a semester or a full school year, them dudes was always back and they never left.
Yeah.
When they come home, they drive home for a weekend and never go back, shit like that. So my thing was, I know I ain't got my grades, but whatever I got to do to get the fuck out of Dallas,
I got to do that.
Because this is what I've seen, right? I can't be in driving distance to Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that. So 2 weeks after I graduated, I was on the plane. I was in Cincinnati.
Bingo.
So you learn from the people that came before you that was more talented than you were. What opportunities might have missed them.
No, for
So
sure.
you learn from that shit, man. But that's a dope platform, man. It's dope ideas, but y'all motherfuckers in hoop out here ain't never took nothing away from you. Yeah, y'all motherfuckers
be in
skiing.
part 2.
Huh?
I need to be in part 2 too.
The what?
The show.
Oh, the show. Come on, man. I'm waiting for you. I already wrote.
Man.
I wrote your episode. You know this dude.
WTF,
he blessed me on the WTF. He had one of the highest performing episodes. He a real actor.
Funny,
Yeah, goddamn clown. His environment. His fucking, yeah.
Can we get the arena on the show?
You missed what he just did.
Man, can we get the whole arena? Let's do an arena episode.
No, we would.
Nah, that shit's funny.
Yeah, that shit.
I need my SAG right though, unfortunately.
Come on, let's get it
Break.
cracking. Man.
But so you talk about building the history of the game.
You gonna charge him the daily rate?
I can't.
Damn, Joe.
I'm union. I can't get
you-
booted. I can't get booted off the union.
He gonna use your card. He gonna throw your card out on you, BD, like, hey.
No, I'm just kidding.
Shit, Joe got
talk to my lawyer,
nominations and everything.
But you talk about the history of the game platform that you're building, obviously saluting the game, saluting all the players that came through the NBA. And we talk a lot nowadays about player legacies. But how much are players concerned about their legacy and how much should they be?
I think you always, your legacy gonna live as long as you live, and whatever imprint you put on people, that's kind of like how it's gonna get carried. I think, your legacy is important, but it's also like the circumstances. Not everybody gonna get the blessing to shoot the ball or come in and be an asshole. Yeah. It's like, damn, this dude get to be an asshole and I don't, right? It's, it's so much shit that's weighed into it, but I think it's going back to what Kmart is saying is like, you already the Michael Jordan of your neighborhood. You already the Michael Jordan of your city or your family. So I think it is important, especially like, we living in a stat era. And so stats and where you gonna rank, all that shit, the way I'm looking at points now is just making me think like, but what kind of game did they have?
Yeah.
Right? So I think that's a big part of your legacy when, especially thinking about history of the game, is what's your style? What's your story? What's your journey? Right? That people can identify and be like, oh shit, Norris Cole, I already know how you get down. Now I want to learn your story. And so I think this generation, they out there hooping, but they also they playing team ball.
Yeah.
It's real good team ball, real good team basketball, but a lot of these dudes need to start thinking about how to carve out a nickname or a personality, even in the smaller roles that they had, because that's kind of like how we had to come up. We had to make a name for who you were, so you can even get on the court, or you can even get, you can even get signed. So I think these dudes need to. Go ahead.
You don't think they should work on mastering their craft first before they worry about their legacy?
Yeah.
I think worry about the game first, and then the game organically some certain things that happen. Obviously, you got off the court stuff you can do like social media, but as far as in the context of sport, worry about your game first. When you worry about your game, the legacy part will take care of itself.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Because that's, like you said, I didn't have the success you had, but where I'm from, the journey that I had, people saw me from being a regular average dude to being a star, and they appreciated that. And I never thought about what my legacy was gonna be. All I was doing was getting up every day, lifting weights, running, my weight vest, shooting, and then somehow my game helped develop, and people people, recognized it.
Well-
I wasn't trying to make them recognize it. I was just trying to be the best I could be, and success happened. And I think some guys is trying to be a legend before they putting their work in.
Well, that's-
Yeah.
Go ahead, Shot.
Yeah.
I believe strongly that people think that legacy has something to do with recognition.
Say it again.
Yeah.
Has something to do with recognition,
True.
but it doesn't.
Right.
Legacy writes itself.
Likes.
As I move and walk through this earth, what I do and who I touch and who I experience is a part of my legacy. When I'm done doing what I'm doing and I can have a memory about it, that's my legacy. Everybody I touch, my family, kids, all that shit. Like you said, if you're focused on a pre-written message of this is what I want to be and you come up short, that's disappointment. But if it's writing itself as you go and you know where you want to go, you're gonna leave a legacy. The legacy you just gonna look behind and be like, yo, I left all this
It's
shit.
okay to be disappointed. Like if you're trying to reach some shit, it's okay if you don't
That's
miss
the part of your legacy. Your
Right, the
legacy
part of it,
is
though.
disappointment. It's I didn't make it in the NBA. Does that mean that I don't have a legacy? Maybe not in the NBA.
No, but it is your legacy is what you make it, right?
What
It's
you want it to be.
It's what you make it, and it's unfortunate that we just keep going back to the media space is great nowadays, but it's unfortunate that the younger generation sees only success,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, hell
And
yeah.
everything
that's
is
crazy.
about a double click, a like, or a view.
Or manipulate
Right.
their stats.
So they manipulate numbers and view whatever it is to make it seem like, okay, this person is successful or this is right now. So they don't, like just for Norris's point, in like from Dayton,
Yep.
right? How many people from Dayton before you made it to the NBA that you could touch, that you knew directly?
I had my teammate Daquan Cook.
Yeah, that was right
He
before
was
you.
one and done. No, I wasn't one and done. That was the first person I
that
saw.
you seen, right?
where I'm from that got drafted.
He's
Yeah.
your peer.
Yeah, that
but
I
before
saw.
you, there was,
It was some back
but
in the day,
not
yeah.
direct that you could
None
touch.
that I could touch and see.
So him is just a journey, right?
Yeah.
He don't know where it's gonna end up, right? For a lot of dudes nowadays, and there's some dudes that we from our like, I'm going to the NBA, right? I wasn't one of them. Norris wasn't one of them. I'm pretty sure the NBA was the end goal for you because y'all grew up around certain environments and certain things and certain people, so it was tangible. It ain't that way for a lot of dudes or a lot of people, but prior. Nowadays, it's right in your face. Everything is right in your face, so everybody think it's fucking tangible, right?
Right.
And then when you don't get it, to your point, Nick, the disappointment comes in, and they don't know how to deal with it because everything you've been posting and everybody been liking it and fucking viewing it, and you think that's, to your point, they think that is their legacy and success, right? But it's not.
And I say this about the failure part. I will be the testimony and the example of what a failure is and what it looks like and how you the redemption story of that, how the comeback story for that, how the perception of that looks. My mom and my daddy they cussing right now because my daddy like, you ain't never been no fucking failure. I said, but I failed the mission. I had a mission, I failed the mission, but I'm not gonna say I'm a failure, but the perception that's pushed out based on the success I'm having with the show is that I'm still a failure because I can't be accepted as a success. This is success. Being with y'all. Y'all, to me, were success stories. You played longer than me, you did more than me. I look up to y'all success stories. But when people look at me, they're like, you're not supposed to be there.
No.
You ain't do enough.
That's
But
like-
I tell them,
like-
but
you got,
but we
like,
still
I
have a
won
story.
National championship.
But we still have a story. But we still have a story. Yeah.
That has never happened in life.
in their
You won a national championship.
We all have stories, though. We all got stories.
And your redemption story
Y'all
crazy.
can have-
Everybody gotta watch you when you.
But we talk about the perception. The perception of how everybody look. They don't want to hear that story because it's not popular. The new kids don't want to be like, you ain't Norris Cole. Who is you? You ain't him.
Well, speaking
here.
Speaking of somebody who never made the league, I got a profound amount of respect for all you gentlemen and everything that you accomplish. And I think at the end of the day, it's really how other hoopers feel about each other and the respect that you guys give for them.
Man.
But let's keep this thing moving because we do got NBA Finals to talk about. We do got BD on the couch. So very curious to get your perspective on how this Finals is panned out. So in Game 4, Thunder bounced back from a 10-point second half deficit. SGA scoring 15 of their last 16 points to get the win and even the series. MVP finished with 35 points. OKC went on a 12-1 run to end the fourth quarter, improving to 6-0 in games following a loss in this playoffs. Heading to Game 5, the Pacers also hadn't lost back-to-back games this postseason. Pulled up to OKC, looking to keep that streak going. But the Thunder's dynamic duo had other plans as Jalen Williams joined some elite company with his scoring explosion to lift OKC to their first lead in this final series. Let's take a look at the highlights if we can, please. Paolo. So both offenses got right to it in this one, with the Thunder throwing the first punch, going on an 11-0 run to take a 10-point lead. OKC scored 16 of their first 22 points in the paint. Thunder went 3 for 16 from deep in Game 4, but were 4 of 6 from 3 in the first quarter alone of this game. The Thunder defense was locked in as well, forcing 7 turnovers in the first frame. Cason Wallace doing his thing as well. Scary moment for the Pacers. Hallie headed to the locker room and had a wrap around his leg when he came back to the floor while dealing with right calf tightness. Hallie went scoreless in the first half, did not make a field goal in the game for the first time in his postseason career, had 4.7 rebounds, 6 assists in 34 minutes of action. Aaron Wiggins and Cason Wallace each hit 3 threes in the first half of the Thunder. They combined for 25 points off the bench, 7 for 11 from beyond the arc. Jalen Williams and SGA kept OKC in control through the first 2 quarters. J-Dub had 16, MVP added 13, and the Thunder took a 14-point lead into the break. Pacers came out swinging in the third quarter. T.J. McConnell, Obi Toppin doing their part to keep them within reach. McConnell scored 13 of his 18 points in the third frame, going 6 of 7 from the field in that span, while Toppin had 7 of his 12 points in the quarter. Indiana went on a run midway through the third to cut the lead to single digits, but OKC's duo withstood the comeback, with SGA and Jalen Williams combining for 22 of OKC's 28 points in the third quarter. So with the Thunder leading by 8 heading into the fourth quarter, Pacers continued to chip away at the deficit. Pascal Siakam caught fire in the final frame, scoring 14 of his 28 points, going a perfect 5 for 5 from the field in that span. So Siakam hit a big 3 to cut the Thunder lead to 2 as the Pacers looked to mount another late comeback similar to Game 1. That's the closest Indiana would get. OKC responded with an 8-2 run to push their lead back to 6. Then followed that up with another 11-0 run shortly thereafter. Meanwhile, the Pacers had turnovers on 4 straight possessions as the Thunder capitalized to push their lead to 16. So Jalen Williams led OKC with a playoff career high 40 points, along with 6 rebounds and 4 assists, 14 of 25 from the field, 3 of 5 from deep, 9 for 12 from the line. J-Dub, the 5th youngest player with a 40 ball in a finals game in NBA history, with only Magic, Rick Barry, Russell Westbrook,
Shot right here.
and Jerry West doing it at a younger age.
Tough ass shot.
SGA added 31 points, 10 assists, 4 blocks, and 3 steals. It was his 12th game this postseason with at least 30 and 5 assists, passing MJ and LeBron for the most in NBA history in a single postseason run. Thunder forced 23 turnovers in the game, scoring 32 points off those Pacers miscues, giving the Pacers their first back-to-back losses of this postseason. Now OKC is a game away from winning their first chip in franchise history. So looking at this game, what are your biggest takeaways from Game 5 of the NBA Finals, OKC taking a 3-1 lead in this series?
Finals,
OKC
is
look,
young.
they look like they wanted it. They defending, they pushing the tempo with the way they need it. No, they look good, man. OKC look good. Listen, Jalen Williams, hey, man.
I think they learned their lesson, right? If you watch this game, it's very similar to Game 1. They get up to a big lead, then Indiana come back. They snatch that game. They look like they have more of a sense of urgency. I think SGA not getting enough credit on the defensive end in this series. He was dominant the full game. We know he can get to the bucket. I'm watching the game like, damn, special dudes can get to the front of the rim. Tony Parker was another one. Russ, James, people like that. But like, man, the way this dude get to the front of the rim, he was just getting downhill as he pick and choose. And then role players play better at home, right? So when they had that pressure on, I was saying the first half and everybody was playing well, they didn't panic when Indiana made their run. SGA, J-Dub, they took over and they just started weighing them down and started making plays. And then you see Halliburton on the other side of it, like damn near like 3 times in a row, he got caught in the middle, turned the ball over, and then that was, how they kind of ran away from it. I like OKC.
If they cut it to 2 at the end of the third, correct?
No, they cut it to 2 in the fourth quarter.
In the fourth,
That was
like
the only
7
time
minutes.
they cut it to 2.
Yeah, they got it within like 6, I believe, in the third quarter. Cut it to 2. Siakam had
It was a
14.
bad turnover.
Yeah, like
Fucking
four
Nembhard
of them.
Yeah,
Nembhard
4 in a
threw
row.
that bitch out of bounds, man. It was at the end of the quarter, I think. They were down short. Yeah, no, but it's
They establishing themselves as one of the top duos. They look like
Man,
they.
Yeah.
Jalen Williams looking
Yeah,
like
because I would love to see Tatum and Brown be healthy to go against these two now, because they ready now.
Yeah.
This duo look, they could be a legendary duo if they keep this up.
And we talked yesterday about them getting the
What?
comparisons to Scotty and MJ just in terms of
mean,
being
they-
a new age version of it. Y'all said not so fast,
Yeah,
but if they do go on to win a championship
Kobe and
this
Shaq
year
got
based
good.
on what they've been able to put together,
That's a good take.
84,
I mean, it's a good look.
84,
It's
20
a,
potentially.
yeah, it's a
idea.
good look, like a new age. Like, we're not saying he Mike or he Scotty, but just like kind of how they dominating at the 2 and the 3 position and really creating all the shots for their team.
And they complement each other well.
Yeah.
They don't
And
get
the
each
way-
other's
yep.
way.
So y'all
Yeah.
watched the game last night?
Yeah.
So tell me how Indiana looked offensively.
win.
Slow.
Win.
What did you see?
Win. When TJ McConnell was
TJ
in
or
the
when
game
Halliburton
or
came?
when Halliburton was in the game.
Whole just
No, it was good. No, it was a different ball game.
They
It
just-
different.
was
How
a
did
different ball
Indiana
game.
look?
Yeah, they
was a different ball
couldn't
game.
get out. They
How they
couldn't
dropped
get
the
out
ball.
and play with the pace that they usually.
But then they
play
make
with.
listen. They started
The ball
the
and
offense
move,
in half court, bro.
and everything was like a pick and roll and the shot. It wasn't extra passing, getting in. The floor was condensed for Indiana. They kept shrinking the floor on them.
I'll tell you what I
Boys
noticed.
out.
Go ahead.
I'll tell you what I noticed. I noticed that OKC made the adjustment. Rick thought he could still keep his foot on the throat and keep the same strategy that he has, which is push up, play high.
Yeah.
What was the adjustment for OKC? We're
put-
gonna play
pick up.
high too.
Yeah.
We're gonna go back door. What did we do? We took our foot off the gas on the full court press. Dort, we're just gonna let you tire him out. Because the rest of these dudes, they not like that. Now what I seen is the offense for Indiana. Pass, no pass, no drive, no nothing. Halliburton
No
gets in.
paint touch.
That's what I'm
He
saying.
finally gets in the paint, right? And then he's
paint
nowhere
is
to
tight.
go,
Yeah.
right? The reason why is because they play 5 out,
Yep.
right? You got no post presence. Now I think they want to go to the Dallas shit where Siakam gets it at the free throw line.
They try to
He
keep-
can they try to do it, but he wants to pass the ball.
And I-
He don't want to score it. And who's guarding him? Jalen Williams has taken the challenge. I think none of y'all can fuck with me, so I'm gonna show y'all. Cause the second line of defense is who? Siakam? Nah. I get past you, boom. Who's gonna take the challenge for the Pacers? Nope, Mathurin. He off the bench. He ain't got
But you know they've been winning. To your point, they've been winning with pressure, with moving the ball,
adjust.
with being aggressive. I
They gotta adjust.
What they didn't have is they didn't have the driving lanes,
Yep.
right? So nobody was getting downhill. Nembhard wasn't getting to his elbow
So what
shot.
do we have to do as a team?
They can't. Look
we
when they
have
started
to
out,
adjust.
bruh.
We have to adjust. We have to now change the offense from Miles
that
Turner
on-
doing all this
is that
dribble
on
handoff
Tyrese?
shit. This all we know.
on
That's
Tyrese?
playoffs.
You gotta stick.
they
You gotta
started-
stick with
You
your
gotta stick with
guns.
what got
So
you there,
much
though.
ball
Yeah.
pressure from
It's they
everybody.
taking
dog.
it away.
It's tough.
Them niggas starting their offense damn near
Taking
half
it away.
court,
They're
man.
taking that away.
Yeah.
We have to change up.
You gotta get downhill.
Can't change ball pressure.
So now we don't have no alternative. We don't have no counters for this shit. We just gonna keep running our
What
shit.
can you
Trust
do
me.
when you're getting
Trust
pressured
the
though?
system.
What can you do when they pressuring you like that?
You gotta go downhill.
What's the other alternative?
Go downhill.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, but who gonna do
Yeah,
that?
What?
Full flat.
Okay.
Who gonna do that though?
Drop the ball.
That's what I'm
BD,
saying.
what was you
Who
doing?
who on their team can do that,
I'm
BD?
Do
calling,
what?
Go downhill, just break somebody down.
TJ McConnell.
And that's what you want your strategy to be.
No, you just got to get in the lane. You just got to get to the paint.
Pressure, boom.
Right? Obi Toppin's not aggressive. All these guys not aggressive.
dog.
For real.
But
gotta do
OKC is doing to Indiana what Indiana did to New York with Jalen Brunson. Make them set pick and rolls all the way up by half court, right? Make
being
them spread the
outcoached.
floor so they can get the spacing they need to get the driving angles. But then you see in Indiana, they just taking a lot of jumpers. You're not able to get down. It's hard to get downhill all the way out from half court with a pick and roll. People can't recover that way.
See the adjustment. OKC, Harkenstein, we're going to pull you out. We're going to play 5 out with Chet in the corner. Guess who our only defender is with Indiana? Guess who he got to guard? He ain't at the rim no more. We're driving all night. And you know who knows that? The MVP. Hey, guys, Chet, stay there. He got to figure out what he won't do. and we know he don't want to leave you.
The Pacers don't got nobody that can manipulate the defense like that.
None of that.
And that's why they're going to lose the series.
They not making adjustments. This is a coaching game now. It's not a player game. It's a
They're
coaching
going
game.
back home. You know.
It's different
Finals,
back home. It's different
y'all know
now.
what it is. Like you down
put up a fight.
3-2, you going home. You know what is the
That's
Pacers?
Weirdest
have
ugly head
confidence, bro.
yesterday. Like,
I like
weirdest
that win.
ugly head.
I think the Pacers, they got the gusto. You feel me?
So Gil's watching the show. He just FaceTimed me. Gil wants to know, shot question for you. Did you say we as if you were talking about you being a fan of OKC now? On FaceTime, ladies and gentlemen.
So he ran to ask a FaceTime question.
He's outside somewhere.
He's saying you talked about. I feel like Shohei's interpreter, but he's saying yesterday y'all felt like you didn't need to adjust. Now you're saying they need to adjust. I think Gil's with you. And Gil is. Gil, are you outside? Where are you at? Nigga, at the airport? Where you at?
At the airport.
He literally outside.
All right? You gonna miss that flight regardless.
Hold on, Gil. I'm putting you on speaker. Hold on one second.
He's gonna miss his flight.
For sure.
I'm putting you on speaker. Hold on one second. All right, Gil, I got you on speakerphone.
I think the question was yesterday, if you're Indiana, what would you do to adjust? And I think me and Kenyon pointed out that how they start off the first quarter and they need TJ to come in and save them. And I think Rashad and Nick said, we don't need to adjust. That's the way we want to play our game.
To get down.
To
get down and come back.
He did.
We was talking about the bench
When
mob.
I leave, niggas.
He didn't say nothing about TJ.
Gil said when he leaves, people want to talk regular.
They not.
Y'all
Y'all was
Yeah,
what?
He said corner
y'all
boy.
said like y'all were
He said corner boy.
We're saying the
cool
second
with-
unit
let the
is
second unit come in and do
to
their job.
come in and do their job.
But
yeah.
But you
being
like
down
getting
is the
down.
problem though.
We're-
No,
That being down,
That's it.
well, that's what he said yesterday.
First of all, we never said that.
Right?
First of all, when niggas is losing in conversations, just make up shit. It's on film. We literally is like, bro, we like this second bench mob because we can bring us back if we down.
Got it.
This is what we do. We come in and stabilize. If y'all, we're not saying we hope we down so we can come up.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
That's what he was saying. That's what Gil was saying.
Like, nigga,
I love that
we
Gil's
here
still
'cause
watching the show
We
on
not
the way
gonna
to the
watch the
airport.
bench. If the bench is how you got here,
That was
I was saying that
outside of McConnell, right? If you take what McConnell did and then you take what OKC bench did, right? Then it's like, who won the battle of the bench? And that's
tie.
also been
because Wiggins played.
the way
Wiggins
the
played
pendulum
great.
tilt, right?
So I propose the question, right? If you Rick Carlisle, do you start your best five?
What is that?
That's how I started.
Who's your best spot?
With Toppin and Mathurin in the starting lineup. Right?
Over who?
No, you can.
Miles Turner.
No, I would say you need Miles, but you play different.
You playing Siakam at the 3?
I'm playing Siakam at the 3, right?
You playing who?
Mathurin at the 2.
Nembhard?
No.
I'm taking Nembhard out the lineup.
He's saying Mathurin at the 2.
I'm putting Mathurin because Nembhard can do what he do anyway. I'm not saying he listen.
Yeah. I know what you said.
Mathurin is more talented than Nembhard. More athletic.
Mathurin was starting.
He was
the
starting
starting
first,
2
but he got
guard.
hurt.
He got hurt. He was starting. He
But
was
my
the
thing
starter.
is,
Yeah, I'm rolling
right
with
now,
Nembhard
but I'm saying Nembhard can do either. They interchangeable though.
Yeah, nah.
They're
Mathurin, I
in
like
my
him
opinion-
off the bench.
Mathurin is 6'4". He
because
ain't no little point guard.
But
They play at 2
so I
point
proposed
guards.
the question, so that's how we got to the conversation about making
with
adjustments.
Pascal, Obi,
and Miles Turner in the front court.
So you going
Mathurin,
big? You want to
Halliburton?
You want to play big.
You want to play big
to match OKC. I'm saying that was my thought process because making adjustments at this point, it's game 5, right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
I got to do something different. We just lost a game, we ain't lost 2 games yet.
Well, Indiana.
Let me try
Here's where Indiana fuck teams up. When teams go small and Indiana goes small, they're always the bigger, smaller team.
I dig it.
So you play into
Against-
the hands.
Except this thing.
Except
this thing, because you can play Jalen Williams at the 4,
but
Chet at the 5, and then you.
But they won. They beat them twice like that.
Yeah.
Right. It was OKC who need to figure out how do I get Harkenstein and Chet
made the
flow
adjustment
on the court,
They
off
made
the court, so I'm not getting hurt.
Take Harkenstein off.
Because Indiana bigger lineup You think if Pascal at the 5, Obi Toppin at the 4, Obi Toppin shoot the 3 out the corner and he crashed.
Yep.
So whoever at the 4 ain't crashing. That's like a Caruso.
Yep.
That's like they ain't crashing the glass like that. So I agree with your point is what I'm saying because
some adjustment needs to be
Indiana's their best weapon is to always try to make OKC play bigger and then go small.
Yeah.
But OKC play fast.
They play
That's
fast.
the difference. Is why
Indiana
they can't
play fast,
but
too.
they can't play that big lineup because they ain't fast enough.
Norris
Indiana
made the
is
best-
fast
Not
enough.
with that lineup.
Norris made a point yesterday, and he's stated that if the Indiana Pacers don't score 110 points, they can't win.
That's
Which is
they
different.
scored 109.
Yeah.
They scored one. So they may be in some serious trouble heading into Game 6. So like we talked about, Tyrese Halliburton had his worst game of the series while playing through right calf tightness, going without a field goal, first time in his playoff career. So after the game, Hallie had this to say about his injury and status for Game 6.
He wasn't supposed to say nothing.
I mean, it's NBA Finals. It's the finals, man. I've worked my whole life to be here, and I want to be out there to compete. Help my teammates any way I can. I was not great tonight by any means, but it's not really a thought of mine to not play here. If I can, walk, then I want to play. So, they understand that, and is what it is, and got to be ready to go for Game 6.
So if I can walk, I would want to play. After Hallie's presser, he was limping as he left the arena. So it was reported today from Shams, Hallie has a strained right calf. Will get an MRI today to determine the severity of the injury.
He might have to shut it
That's the one. Like, ain't nothing you can do. You can't push off. You can't explode. You can't slide on defense. You can't push off.
Really.
And everything he do is pushing off to get to the bucket.
It might be better. Rashad just said it might be better off if you don't play.
I can see coming home, Game 6.
Neimark,
You can find.
You got the energy.
You got the energy.
You got the energy in the building. The energy gonna be in the building. So
TJ, fuck it. Start TJ.
And that's,
I wouldn't start TJ.
because he gassed
Put
out.
in one of the other dudes and let TJ stay where he
He
at.
gassed out yesterday.
Yeah, because he gassed out yesterday.
He gassed out. So we wonder why they put it back in the 3 minutes, right? Why?
Because he fucking care.
Well, that's fine, but he
fucking cares.
Well, if he cared, he got to be in. He don't. He got to put it back in the 3 minutes to go in the game because he told his coach he was tired.
You can only play your heart out so many
He told his coach he was tired.
You can only play your heart out so many
NBA Finals.
times. You need 4 or 5 up and down. 100%.
Stay to 100%.
You cannot be on E with 4 minutes to go.
No,
If you playing hard,
No, not what he said.
Hey,
No.
Hey, the state of Indiana.
Not if you trying to.
Hey, boy, why ain't that pick swing? Hey, the state of Indiana don't give a damn about your media-elastic assessments.
Have you ever driven on E before? Have you ever driven on E before?
I need a breather, coach.
Have you ever driven on E before?
I need a
NBA Finals, bro.
fucking breather.
NBA Finals.
What's a breather?
He
Can't get a breather? I'm a
Time
bitch nigga.
Shadia.
You're not thinking about none of that.
I mean, it's
He
in all
wasn't thinking
sincerity,
about
Shadia.
that either.
This is the finals.
This is the finals.
When you a
NBA
champion,
what
you
you
got
want
to
him
get
to
through
do?
that.
What you want him to do?
Play through it.
Play through it.
He got to go through that.
What you want him to do?
Go for broke.
Carry him off the
fatigue
court.
does,
Let me
right?
ask you this.
You know what
When you
fatigue does,
playing
right?
NBA 2K and your Gatorade bottle all the way down, how does your motherfucking avatar move?
This ain't fucking 2K.
You don't know.
I don't play 2K. I don't play 2K.
You
In
answer.
real life.
But this
Hey, what do?
You
You
answer.
call a timeout.
You answer.
You call a
You
timeout.
gotta sub him.
no, hell no.
You don't
I
keep
don't know.
playing
Yes, you
with
do.
the dude on the Gatorade low. You gotta
Just saying,
sub your
video
player so
game
he
in
can
real
get
life.
some
So the
fatigue back.
video game-
So
He
can
was
come
sitting
back
in the
and play.
video game.
He
He did sit.
He was on
So
zero.
you like a video
His
game?
Gatorade was on zero with 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, he been in for
Then you don't deserve to win the chip, bro.
6 straight minutes.
Then you don't deserve to win the chip, bro.
That's it, bro.
Man, he don't deserve.
No, you know what it was? You got
tired?
When
You
get
tired?
the most.
If I come to be like, you ready?
Like,
Because
you gotta
guess
think-
what?
you
Caruso
gotta
and them
think
ain't
about-
tired, bro.
You're not thinking about TJ McConnell having to carry your team. So if he gas and it's 4 minutes to go, like
God, y'all.
We're in trouble.
you in trouble.
So they may be in trouble anyway. Hallie strained right calf, says he wants to play, but if you're the Pacers,
You'd
do
be
you allow
probably
him
better
to
off.
play?
No.
And
You see how
potentially
he
risk of
No.
more
You
long
see how
term.
it look if it's a grade, whatever, then you evaluate it from that.
We've
It's a
seen
grade
dudes
one.
play with these strained calves, and
I'm
that
about to
turns
say-
into a worse situation.
Man,
Scary though.
that
You
ain't
seen
that
KD.
ain't the move.
Season on the line, he going out there to play, unfortunately.
Season on
it
the
depends
line.
on how bad it is.
He'll miss his whole next season and a
Yeah, he
half if
gonna
he
be-
go out there and
yeah.
mess
It's
up.
the severity of the sprain, strain, whatever
So
it is.
I'll frame it like this. You're in Hallie's position. Obviously, you got a chance to win the NBA Finals.
Bro,
You're down
I'm
3-2.
I'm playing.
So
I'm playing.
Yeah, I'm playing too.
I'm playing.
Everybody
That's,
on
that's
this
no
side.
problem.
Man.
But that's
Shoot it
why
up.
it shouldn't be up to him though.
Yep.
That's why it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be up to him.
It sound good.
I mean, it should, depending on the severity of the
Yeah,
strain,
what grade strain? it
right?
is.
If that man can't move or
Then
push
you
off,
sit down.
I say, okay, let him do the Willis Reed. We've seen that story. We know that story. We know the basketball guys gonna favor that story. Come out, hit a three, do something, get him out, and then let's ride off that momentum and see if somebody can catch a flame.
Now, what if it's the opposite though? You bring him out.
No, just
It gets worse.
Like I said, it depends on
Well,
what.
you'll
the
know
one
the
you go
first 2 minutes anyway.
But you,
know,
know what the
and
MRI
so-
says first. We got to, because if it's grade the level 3 out there, bitch, there's no way.
Yeah, he's not
There's no way.
That's-
Yeah.
that's-
Or 3,
because
honestly.
that's basically a fucking tear, right?
Yeah.
If it's 3, it's basically a tear. So
And you
no,
can miss
I mean,
there's
you
no
see,
way
you
to
see
play.
how he was moving out there. He was moving like the
it's 2 days
injury
in
was
between?
hot, but he couldn't really do
It's
nothing.
2 days in between.
Yeah, there should be 3 to play.
It's
on
gonna be
Thursday.
3.
Oh,
They
so
play-
that's
So
depends
if
on
you
the
sit
length and severity of
Thursday,
it.
if you sit Thursday, you get to
season
work,
over.
you get this win on Thursday, you trust your team, then you get to game
If he
7.
sit Thursday, he
over
gonna be
with. He going home.
sitting down for the rest of the
SGA
season.
sending them home.
Yeah.
Huh?
SGA is sending them home
On the road?
like that.
I think
He's
Indiana
solidifying his-
tough at home, bro.
He is.
Indiana tough
We
at
saw
home.
what he
If
just did
Caitlin
on
Clark
Indiana.
comes.
We saw what SGA did
Yeah.
last time he was in Indiana.
If
Like
Jalen get another
7-7
40
win.
ball, can he be Finals MVP?
No.
Who?
No.
Got cheated though.
If he get another
No,
40
because
ball.
I'm telling you, SGA got like 4. He getting like 4 blocks a game, 3 steals,
yeah.
5 steals. Like it's
But we
like he
seen that
doing
last year,
everything.
right?
Huh?
It depends
Like Jason
on what.
Tatum led in all categories.
So
and lost.
let's talk about Jalen Williams a little bit because we'll get into discussion. Though Jalen Williams, MVP of this game for the Thunder.
Sure.
And after the game, league MVP SJ was asked
Like,
how much
you were
J Dub
excited.
playing at this level makes things easier for him, and had this to say.
A lot easier. Not only for myself, but for the rest of the guys. He can shoulder a load. I've said this before. He does so many things for us as a basketball team on both ends of the floor when he's the best version of himself. But yeah, like you said, he was great tonight. Makes the world of a difference when he's that good for sure.
So J-Dub came on strong in these past 3 games, but his scoring is increasing every single game of this final. 17 in game 1, 19 in game 2, 26 in game 3, 27 in game 4, 40 ball
Thank you.
in game 5. 5th youngest player in NBA history to drop 40 in the NBA Finals game.
Dunking on me.
Go ahead and call him a sidekick.
He is. He is.
What he called me? What
He
he
is.
say? What he
Because
say?
SGA done made history in these finals too.
What you say? And they called him a what?
Sidekick.
A sidekick,
right?
1B,
You're not feeling that, huh?
Nope.
No.
There ain't no sidekicks no more.
Bro, what did he do? He look like a
Dude, that
sidekick
look like a
outside.
sidekick.
Huh?
Hell no.
Like, I got it.
It ain't no real sidekicks no more.
is he a side boot with main boot aspiration?
I was literally like,
I
yo.
literally said, this is.
I think in this era you can have you can have a bunch
He's giving a
of
different type
you can
of
have
energy.
you can have an ensemble cast, lead actors. You can have more than one lead actor. I don't think it's
the side
I don't
shit.
think
Nigga, side. Say it to him.
because he's
See
just
what he
as
say.
important.
Man.
He just as important.
You think Jalen Williams just as important as SGA for this Thunder team?
Absolutely. Like they need him because, SGA can always get his money. What
On
SGA
time.
do,
On time.
he gonna always do that. What J-Dub do is he powers the 4. He makes the 4 like a powerful 4, a fantastic 4, because he's the linchpin, and to complement what SGA do, standing out on his own, but also being on the other end of the floor, like the centerpiece of their defense.
Yep.
Right? A big part of their defense. So when you look at his responsibility is just as much as SGA. SGA just got to go kill and do all the MVP shit. He got to maintain and manage that flow and get his. So he playing like a point guard. He really playing the point guard
Yeah,
That's the biggest adjustment he made.
They moved
It's okay
Shea off
to
the
say
ball
that he
game
ain't
for
the
him.
main dude, though. It's like people act like it's an insult. Like, he ain't
Yeah,
the big dog. He ain't the big
insult,
dog. The reason he's able to do a lot of what he do is because SGA out there.
Yeah.
SGA don't matter who out there. SGA, whoever out
That's
there,
what I'm saying.
he gonna do what he
Who out
do, and
there
that's the
for him.
difference between the two.
So you think he needs SGA to be out there to do that shit he did yesterday?
I'm saying I'm never gonna say that.
Right?
I'm saying that SGA. I'm saying that SGA is the MVP type of player.
They both need each other though.
No, SGA is the MVP type of player. Jalen Williams is not
half
that.
spin, mid, half spin.
come on, man.
I got
Just
shit.
stop.
I got shit. I can
be
give
that
y'all
too, though.
anytime.
Yeah,
but
and I'm
you
going
ain't gonna-
downhill.
you're
I'm
not-
going
That's
same
disrespecting
leg.
SGA when y'all say stuff
We're
like
not
that.
disrespecting SGA. You're saying that he can't be a big dog.
Yeah.
I've never said that. I just said it's a reason why SGA is SGA and Jalen Williams is able to do what he do is because SGA is out there.
But he doing more
He's
than
a big
SGA
dog.
doing early in his career.
There's two big
What you
dogs
wanna
on the
do?
team.
Shea wasn't doing that shit.
Slow down. Slow down.
Swag.
Slow down.
30-point season shooting.
Tell him, talk to him. Please talk to him now. Slow down.
Shay's 23. Shay's 26 right now.
Slow down.
He's 26 right now.
23 straight. 3 straight
years.
Jalen
30, shoot 50%.
Shoot 50. Talk to him. Slow down, Swag. That's that USC education right there. Slow down.
It don't matter how old you
Slow
are.
down.
It doesn't matter how old you are.
Yeah. And he making finals history. He making finals history. He passed Jordan and LeBron for the most 30-point games, shooting 50% for 3-4 straight games. Like
When did Shea
30
become
and
an
5
all-star?
assists in 12 playoff games.
When did
this
Shea
season.
become an all-star?
A couple years ago.
3 years ago.
What was that year?
What
he
year
in
was
the-
that when he
in
became All-Star?
Three
What
years,
year?
3,
for
4
him?
years ago. What he on his 4th, 5th
Hold on
All-Star?
one second. We pulling it up right now.
Man, you can go to history of the game eventually.
Okay, we
and
are
be able to do that. with
BD, I
the
had that
playoffs.
on my tabs.
Here, man.
So he was first All-Star was
Yeah, look him
2023.
up.
He's made 3 straight All-Star games.
What year was that?
2023.
I know, so it's like in his
How many years is?
Oh, how many years was he in the league at that point? 1, 2. 5th season.
All right.
He made his first.
SGA is that guy.
All right.
Don't get it twisted,
What point?
dude.
what point?
I'm still listening. What point?
He ain't made
He
no
got time.
point, sucker.
Jalen Williams got time to get
Do what?
Why y'all want to put them against each other?
He
though?
not.
Nobody, not
No, I didn't put them against each other. I just said they complement each other.
Big dog,
And
bro.
I'm saying
I just said he's not SGA. What's wrong
We
with saying
know
that?
that.
What's wrong with saying that?
He carrying.
He's not on the same
he's
level as
carrying the
SGA.
team right now,
I'm
though.
saying
Hold on
before
one
he
second.
did it. He doing more
Carrying that team.
than just SGA did at his age.
He's not carrying the team. SGA is carrying the team. He's
not carrying
a
the
great
team.
support player. But he's,
SGA right now
he's
is
an all-star.
playing the role of the leader that has to maneuver while the other guy has to get his. We keyed in on you, SGA. We're taking away all of the little
Yeah, but
shit
that's
that
not
you
taking
do
away.
well.
Nobody's taking away from Jay Will, but he's not SGA though. He's not a big
Not
dog like
everybody ever
SGA.
said that.
You did say that.
No, he can't be that. Like, all right.
You just said he
not put
carried the
words in our
team.
mouth.
He is. He
No,
just
he's
had
not. He's
40.
doing his fucking part.
He just had 40.
What they saying is
He made that 37.
you can be. He's a one-on-one too. And
I ain't ready to say.
what Norris is saying is a big reason why he has the space to be able to do that, because you got somebody over
The
here
MVP out there.
that's taking all the attention. Somebody got to assume all the attention.
Jay Will said that on the interview after the
You know
game.
what I'm
That's all.
saying? So
If Jalen Williams not out there, do we double SGA every time?
It don't matter what you do to SGA. He gonna get
Asking-
30 points
I'm
and
asking a
50%
he
question.
gonna
shooting.
get 30.
He gonna get 30 and 50% shooting.
That's
You
not his
asked.
answer.
I'm asking him.
30 on 50% shooting, regardless of who's on the court, bro. That's what's gonna happen.
30 on 50%.
So do we double SGA with no Jalen Williams on the floor?
It don't matter what you do.
If he could double somebody, he's still gonna.
All the big dogs get double. Hold up. We acting like getting double team is something new. Every mega
on, dude.
star gets double, triple team. What are we
Are you
talking about?
kidding me?
And they still get it done.
Hey man,
The
this
game
dude is
plan is
30.
Scouting report. The game plan
3
is try
seasons
to
in a row
contain
shooting
them.
over 50%.
What are we
I'm
talking
sure
about?
they double teaming it.
They
I'm
ain't
sure they double teaming.
When you can shoot off the dribble though, it's
I
hard
would.
to.
If Jalen Williams
Right?
is not out there,
Thank
does
you.
the team look different, bro?
Yes.
Come on, y'all acting like his space is not going to be different.
No, the team looks very different.
All right, so let's give the credit.
But he's not
where credit
carrying the
is
team
due.
though.
He ain't
Give
carrying the
credit
team. That's
where
all I'm
credit is
saying.
He's
He
not
ain't
carrying
carrying
the
it
team.
though. That's all
He's
I'm
doing his
saying.
fucking job.
There's a
He's doing
distinct
his part.
difference in the level.
He is being who he's supposed to be. He's not carrying the team, but he's
But
doing
you can have two big
playing
dogs.
fucking great.
You can have two big dogs.
Well, I know.
You look at the Lakers, they got, Bron and Luka. You look at Boston, they got Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
Play with Bron
and then
and
you
D-Wade.
got
They
White,
both big
then you
dogs.
got Derek Wright right there, who like damn near a 1B.
Who carried the Boston Celtics to the championship last year?
Jason Tatum.
Oh, no,
It
come
was
on,
a
come on,
team.
come on,
Jason
man.
Tatum.
It was
I get
a
it,
team.
y'all don't. I get it.
It was a team.
Maybe I should let somebody
Who
else ask the
carried?
question.
Who?
Let me
Tell
ask.
me.
Let me
I'm
get
going with
somebody
the
else
guy
to
that
ask.
led his team in every
Tell me.
statistical category.
So shout
I'm
out
going
to
him.
him. Who's the guy who led the team in points,
I
rebounds,
don't
and
know.
assists?
I don't know. I watch
But who
basketball.
won Finals MVP?
Sean,
That's what I said.
Sean, tell me who carried the team for Boston last year.
In the final, it's in the finals.
Playoff
Team.
finals,
Playoff
the whole
Yeah,
thing.
who?
In the playoffs, Jaylen Brown did.
Oh, okay. But the guy that led
Do you
the team
agree?
in points, rebounds, assists,
I think
steals.
when I watch Boston, bro,
I'm talking about just last year.
I
Last
see
year in the
a
playoffs.
hell of a team. I see Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. They complement each other well. And then you got Drew Holiday and White. They the perfect complement to what these dudes do, right? They got a killer four.
Is Jalen Williams not doing what Jaylen Brown is doing?
That's what I'm saying.
That's all I'm
That's
saying.
all I'm
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
The difference is though, SGA didn't have a bad shooting day like how Tatum had in that series. That's the difference. SGA ain't take a step down. Tatum
Yeah,
struggled
it
shooting in the
had
final.
nothing to do
So the
with-
dynamic
He
there's
said
nothing to do-
Jalen Williams MVP. That's what he said.
Right,
He
and the
said
answer is no.
Jalen Williams MVP.
The answer is no.
Finals MVP if they win.
and the answer is
I'm-
no.
And that's what you're saying, yes.
I'm saying based on the criteria of Jaylen Brown, how
That's
he,
all right.
and it wasn't stats. Jaylen Brown didn't win an MVP and all that based on stats, how he affected the game, changed the game.
For sure.
It's not always about the stats.
ain't.
Because the stats didn't go to Jason Tatum
But this
because he
is-
had all the stats.
They go
But
to
this,
Turkey,
but this
with
is
the-
what I'm saying about SGA.
They didn't go to who?
Not only is
With
he,
Jaylen Brown did have
not
shots.
only is he getting the
It was ignorant.
stats, but he is also affecting the game.
Yes.
There is no like what Jalen J-Dub is doing on defense. SGA doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Bro, he had
Blocks
4
and
blocks.
assists. 4 blocks and 3
He had
steals
3 steals.
in multiple games.
Look, that's called affecting the game like you're supposed to.
So what I'm saying is they both like you can't say, oh, J-Dub have a bigger responsibility or he doing more, or he dominate more, because shit, a guard with 4 blocks, 3 steals, 30-some points,
50%.
50% from the field, 5 assists, 6
89% free throw.
If you close your eyes, you said that. If you close your eyes and say all that shit, close your eyes and I hear you saying that, right? Sounds amazing. But when we watched the game, it didn't.
You're not watching the game?
We watched the game. It was the Jalen Williams show.
Last night.
Yes.
Last night.
So everything you said with my eyes closed.
That's one game.
I'm like, yo,
Last
that
SGA
sounds
had
good. But when I
31
watched
and 10.
it, it was the Jalen
Last
Williams.
night.
SGA
But
32,
if
5
you was
and 5
really
for the
watching
final.
the full game, you would have seen those steals.
We seen it.
And those
The
blocks.
blocks.
It don't, that don't go unnoticed.
Man, that shit.
It don't go unnoticed.
That was what happened after under 6 minutes.
But it means more
That's
to you
under
because
6
you were
minutes.
watching that part, right?
Man, I
we
watched the
watching
whole game.
Jalen Williams
Yeah, you
take
watching
the
one
energy
player.
from here to here.
What?
That's
He
fine.
took the energy at OKC.
But that don't make him MVP though. That don't make him MVP. That don't make him. That don't make him MVP though with a finals
Nobody's
though.
saying.
That's what he asked.
That's
That's what he just
We
said.
moved from that.
No, we didn't. That's what
No,
we
we didn't move from that.
From big dog, you say he can't be a big
That's what we're still
dog.
talking about. Because he just said it.
Yeah, we still.
He's not MVP of this final. Like, he had a
He's
great
not
game.
MVP of this finals.
No.
Because we ain't in. We ain't at the end yet.
He's not.
We ain't at the end.
If J don't come with another 40
That's what I asked.
then we got a problem.
That's what I asked.
Even if he do,
That's what I
if
asked.
SGA have another 31 and 10, it's not gonna matter if he have another 41. Because if he have another 31-10 with two or three blocks and 2 steals, it ain't gonna matter.
More rebounds and assists.
They both right there. He ain't averaging more assists.
They're both right there.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, SGA is him, bro.
Y'all talking about stats and comparing.
Yeah.
No, those are affecting the game.
And that's why everybody was so disappointed last year when Jason Tatum didn't get it. You hated on
Watch the
Jaylen
stats.
Brown.
Time out.
Like, oh, he didn't deserve it. Like, what was you watching?
You can watch the last game. You can watch the last game of the Boston series when they was clinching and say, okay, the reason why Jason Tatum averaged more points because he kept shooting, trying to score more points in the finals last year. SGA is different, bro.
It looked way different.
It is different.
What's different about it?
The way he going about, it's not just offense.
What's different?
And he's more efficient than Jason Tatum was
it's
in
not
that finals.
just offense. Like if OKC is winning by 17, he already got his 30.
But y'all making it about him. We talking about Jalen Williams.
He's doing his job.
We talking about y'all moving. Y'all moving from the credit we're giving Jalen Williams.
No, we're not.
So why are we not talking about Jalen Williams?
Because SGA is performing at a level to where you can't surpass him.
So tell me
You can't surpass him.
So tell me why are we not talking about Jalen Williams?
We are. We are. His fucking credit.
Y'all want to say that he's over SGA?
We giving him his credit too.
We wasn't talking about SGA.
We giving him his credit. Give Jalen Williams his credit.
You why he's not MVP over SGA. Why he's not over SGA.
We never.
You want to fucking argue.
Nobody. This is what we're here for.
Nobody here to go
This is a debate show.
Nobody here to argue with you.
We've been arguing for fucking 3 years.
That's a misconception.
We got 1 million subscribers arguing.
No, we did, because people like the show.
Hey, he be right with him.
No, ain't nobody here to fucking argue. That's the problem.
We're here to have a healthy basketball discussion.
Ain't nobody fucking here to argue with you,
If we was
dude.
on a prison yard, you'd be the dude that walk around with a book and just debate with people and don't have nothing in the book. And he be right behind you. Like, it's right there.
Yeah, like, come on, bro. Like, ain't nobody taking nothing away from Jalen.
Hey, you are on the wrong page.
That's what happens when people don't want to debate.
No,
That's what happens. They like,
debate about what?
oh, look, I'm losing.
Debate about losing what?
Let's talk about something.
Losing what? Losing what?
Hey, I love
Jalen Williams
y'all niggas
doing
get
his
darker and darker. Darker and
Hey,
darker.
Norris, here you go. I got some for that.
Roasted
What's that
marshmallow.
scripture in the book of basketball?
Hell yeah.
You don't want to argue
Come
for
on,
what?
man, you know.
Every time I walk up, they be like, you got it.
Nigga, if you want to argue, go get you a wife, nigga.
You got it, man.
You want to argue with somebody regularly, go get you a wife, nigga.
I got paid to come on here to argue.
No, you did not.
It's in my contract.
No, it ain't not the
Make
argue.
sure you argue in my contract.
Well, you can argue with yourself.
are this character. Do this shit or you don't get paid,
Well, we're
nigga.
not going
That is honestly in
This
his
is the
contract.
second nigga said
I'm
we
not
not here to argue.
I'm not
We
finna
here
argue with you.
arguing.
No, I'm not finna argue with you. About something that there's
He
nothing to
wants
argue
to
about.
argue, but he not about to argue
Yes,
with you.
not
But it's in his
What's the
contract.
argument?
But BD, what's the argument?
Hold on.
No, it's not.
Let me get something
It's not
straight.
an
B.
argument.
Let me
It's
get
not a-
something straight. We have a topic. I give my opinion and you give yours. That's the argument?
No.
No,
So,
but
okay, so
but
how
hold
the hell
on.
are we arguing?
Hold on. Then you're not doing a good job.
You said you didn't argue.
So if we are here to argue and we got opinions, I got opinion, you got an opinion.
Your opinion can't be right.
No, we can't. No, we're not arguing because we just share opinions.
But in your
But my
contract,
opinion seems to be getting
I feel like
a lot
this is an
of
episode of
triggered
WTF
responses.
right now.
You get niggas get triggered by my opinion and say I'm arguing.
But
You
it's
said
in your
when my
contract
opinion
to
turns to
argue.
be correct,
Thank you.
niggas get to backpedaling and start
Your
saying
word.
other shit.
You backpedaling? You backpedaling on your contract.
Your word.
You supposed to start arguing.
Hold on one second. I'll put you on speaker.
What did he just say?
I'll put you on speaker.
What did he just say, B?
Go ahead, Gil.
What did he just say? B, what did he just say?
He said he not arguing with
So what did I get paid to do?
Argue.
So what am I trying to do?
Argue.
So what are you saying, my nigga?
No,
You don't even make no
you
sense,
backing
bro.
out your argument.
I'm arguing.
You said I don't want to argue.
Yeah, we can't hear you. It's too turned up in the arena right now.
That's what it goes for, bro. Opinion.
No,
If you
let's
don't want to
argue.
argue, my
Let's
nigga,
argue.
how the fuck can we have an opinion?
Let's
about
argue.
a topic?
Let's argue. I want
What
to
school you niggas go
keep
to,
this shit
man?
cracking.
An argument, you're invested in it. I'm not invested in like
going
opinions.
on?
Like,
Opinion.
argue with you.
Argument.
no,
Argue
no,
with
no.
So then what are we doing?
No,
We arguing.
no. This
We're having healthy basketball discussions
Yeah,
in a
this
very
is not
relaxed
We are
climate.
arguing right
not,
now.
we're not arguing.
We are arguing.
No.
We're debating. We're
debating. It's
arguing.
not a- yeah.
We have difference of opinions.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's leading to an argument.
There's still games to be played, but if Jalen Williams can put up another performance like this,
And the SGA
in a finals
puts up
clinching.
another, and a J,
But if you say
and if SGA puts up
He
another
said-
performance of the same
He
thing,
said,
then
let's just focus
so
on
it would have to take a huge
I
gap in
understand,
Game
Sean.
6 for it to
SGA
even
would
be
have to play
discussed.
like shit for the
SGA had to have like a
14 point,
24-point game while he had a
and
40-point
motherfucking
game.
4 turnovers.
So
and
it's
all
not
that
gonna
shit.
happen.
He said it's not about the stats.
They bringing them to come in and throw them. I see y'all, man. Y'all come on, man.
I'm agreeing with you, Shotty. I'm agreeing with you. I'm rocking with you.
But we just fell full circle for
stop
15
for what?
minutes.
That's the point.
It's a beautiful conversation, though.
You did your job.
I know. I do my job.
Yes,
That's why I'm here. I do my job every day.
Right. So why are you complaining that we
y'all
got into
acting like I'm not doing my
15-minute
job? Nigga, the boss is watching. You trying to take
The boss is watching in transit to the airport, still watching Gills Arena presented by Underdog. Whoop, whoop. But we got the Hallie injury update, so we know what the situation is. TJ McConnell looked very effective before apparently getting too tired to continue. Because I was watching the game wondering what the fuck is going on.
Why he's not in? Right?
18 points through 3 quarters.
Why he's not in?
Cookie.
Why he's not in?
24-hour fitness Hall of
Said he
Fame.
was tired.
Tired, boss.
That shit is unacceptable.
Rick Carlisle should be like, nigga, if you don't get your ass
At the
back in
highest
that
level,
game.
listen, man, get your ass in the back, go get you a Gatorade, drink some motherfucking pickle juice, whatever the fuck you need to do. Trust me. Hey.
Electrolytes?
You need, you need.
Get your electrolytes?
Hey, get your coconut water, hey, Pedialyte, IV bag,
At this point, they
all
take
up
Adderall,
together and
some
kick.
shit. They ain't testing you no more. Take
But whatever you, hey, halftime.
Right?
Hey, get you a
They ain't
bump. Hey,
testing no more than
whatever
something,
you go, hey, sniff you a line.
Right, whatever
you
you
need
gotta
to
do,
do, motherfucker,
bro.
go out that bitch and hey, we need you right
no
now.
more
You know,
testing.
right?
Don't tell nobody if you do
You
it.
ain't getting tested. No
You never know how great you.
Wait, want a bump, G?
on a bump. Out there.
Want a bump, G?
This show's going off the rails. This shit is going off the rails.
That's getting low.
It's good TV, though. Did the Pacers coming back home, Gainbridge Fieldhouse.
How great you could be.
Pacers have a very dedicated fan base. It'll be very loud in the arena. Hardest game to win is the series clinching game in the playoffs.
Especially on the road.
Can the Pacers extend this series with or without Halliburton?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can.
Will they?
Everybody said no, though. You said no.
task.
You said it's over.
tall
SGA,
task.
didn't you? Oh, Norris said it's over.
It's a tall task.
I said it. Okay.
If he's not healthy, it's really a tall task.
So if Hallie's not healthy, let's say he can play, but he's not effective.
Willis Reed,
What's the Pacers
Indiana
strategy?
wins 6.
Siakam?
Figure it out. They're just gonna double.
Siakam in New York.
The Eastern Conference Finals MVP?
It's gonna be
Smith in the
It's gonna be
fourth quarter.
Neesmith.
Neesmith in the
It's
fourth
gonna be all the
Hart,
people
where the
y'all
hell
been
you
talking
been at,
about that
man?
didn't do it in Game 5. They're gonna come to life
over.
Game 6.
Gotta guard SJ.
And role players play better at home.
They gonna make it a tough game.
It's gonna be tough.
It's over.
It's over. Okay.
You see, it's not working.
Well, Neesmith, listen, me and Norris was talking before the show, right?
He got big responsibility.
But he need to go see the Wizard. Cause I know he went to Vanderbilt, but it don't seem like he's the smartest.
Yeah.
Basketball
Who's
player.
a wizard?
Not with the brain.
He need to go get a brain.
You get a brain, yeah.
No mustache?
Not because he's fouling out there.
Guys, don't judge a book by its cover.
He's not.
He need to go see the Wizard.
He just
get
need
a
to
brain.
grow his mustache back.
But it just like he ain't adjusted at all.
Oh, he cut his mustache?
Like
He's got the chin strap here.
Like he just
Man,
Hey,
he's
BD,
the wizard,
BD, he out there
man.
hacking. He ain't adjusted to the calls yet.
Yikes.
it's just like
He be committing 2 fouls on the play.
yes, like dude, you fouled twice on this play. They just had to pick which one they want to call.
But he's been doing
Yeah,
that.
he ain't learned. That's my point.
The whole playoffs.
That's my point exactly. That's my point exactly.
Damn.
Like,
But they wasn't calling it. So he
Yeah, they
ain't
weren't.
learning.
But now
He
they
ain't
are,
learning
though.
it.
no, they've been
calling it now.
They've been calling it too.
The New York series, they was letting that.
And they picking on it now.
Be crazy.
They run the screens to get the switch with him because they gonna score or get a foul.
They trying to pick. They want him on
They
SJ
are
because he
picking
can
on
foul.
him, yeah.
Because they know he can get to the line. SJ wouldn't get to the line before he started getting on it.
That's why I said they needed to adjust. Push them niggas back. Bring them
Back
back.
up,
Play the. You gonna have to play the
'Cause he ain't
percentages
smart.
for SGA if that's your only threat.
Yeah,
is him playing ISO.
You can't extend. What I've been saying is Indiana extending the pressure, and SGA and those dudes is different than New York. They getting downhill. They can finish with dunks. They playmakers. It's not just Jalen Brunson you got to guard against. It's like all these dudes.
Yeah, they took
They
the ball
know how
out
to
of SGA
catch,
hand.
get to the cup. They all got skills, especially Jalen Williams, especially SGA. So you can't extend your defense. You can probably extend your defense, keep the same pressure, but immediately fall back soon as you come across half court and set your defense a little bit above the 3.
Yes.
Because OKC is not like a catch and fire quick 3-point. They're more methodical, more pick
Drive
and
and
roll,
kick, yep.
more ISO. So you can actually, to your point, play back, sit on the 3-point line, right, and set your defense there.
Question is,
How about you play a possession or two a zone? Just try. Just try it.
But remember,
I don't know, just try it.
Thea Joe hit
I get it, but just give them a different look.
Yeah.
I'm all about different looks.
I said the same thing.
So,
It was big. They was big.
See,
They was bigger.
Denver or
Denver was
Minnesota
bigger.
changed up on them.
Nah, but
The only way I think you
That's
can
all.
beat OKC is
don't
you gotta beat
Do
them
you remember?
playing big.
They don't want to back
and make them go small.
Did you remember?
And have a bigger
They don't have
lineup.
that. Indiana don't fit that. Indiana don't fit that.
The
But BD,
Timberwolves
you gotta
series,
remember
right?
they pressure.
Indiana
They
don't
want
fit
that
that.
pace to be. They don't want
See,
to
I
sit
thought
back.
that was,
They
I
want
thought
that
that
pace
was
to be.
Indiana.
Do you
That's
remember?
what I'm saying. That's why Indiana is pressuring so much because they want OKC to speed up so they can get back on offense again.
Right.
But you remember-
Right. But it ain't working.
It ain't working.
Timberwolves-
They turning that motherfucking ball over,
Because they
man.
turning it
They
over.
turning it over. Motherfucker, turn that bitch over like hockey.
The Timberwolves series, right?
23
when they
turnovers.
when they
They
slowed
averaged
them
motherfucking
down,
like 17
they
of
pushed
them
back to a matchup zone against
How many turnovers
SGA.
averaged?
He had to switch up what he was
Five.
seeing because they were staying home on the shooters. But they was helping on his drives. They haven't done that since. Like you said, the press up. That takes away your help defense because now if SGA, what he did last night is this. I don't know if y'all noticed. He got in there and he slowed down when he touched paint. He slowed down and found Wallace, who was supposed to be in that corner, who rolls all the way to the top wing. So the rotation, when he gets
can't
there,
find him.
you look in there because that's the normal
Yeah, he
rotation.
got 3
but he
seconds.
done already moved. He keep
Surfaced up.
moving.
Yeah.
So now he slow it down. It's like, nah, I know he gonna be there this time. And he's telling them in the huddle, hey, when I
Relocate,
drive now,
relocate.
keep moving on the relocate. You're gonna be open because they're pre-rotating to spots.
You can tell they drilled that.
You can see it.
games.
So now I'm looking at Dagnall like you made an adjustment with your MVP to tell him to slow down. Slow down and see the
and
clock.
he is doing. I got to give credit to the OKC coach, because I mean, for a first-time coach, you know, being in this situation, he is making the adjustments.
Hey,
He almost blew it.
I hear you.
He almost blew it when
Starting off, he
yeah,
switched up.
in the first,
Two
like
games.
when they got caught in the first game, then they got down 2-1.
Yeah.
It looked like they was on the ropes, but like I said, he figured out how to play Harkenstein, Chet, and then he figured out how to implement the Wiggins
Well, guess what?
dude. He's been working his lineup to make it work more for him to stabilize that bench.
And guess what? The fucking pace is helping them.
Yeah.
The motherfucker averaging 18 turnovers a night.
Oh,
man.
and that was my thing when y'all was giving the assessment. I'm like,
18 of them
the Pacers playing
motherfuckers, bro.
trash.
Yo, averaging
playing trash.
18. You averaging 18 through 5 games?
Yeah, they just
you ain't beating
playing
them.
the league's best defense.
But they can rip.
Nasty.
They
He was getting in there
It's
doing
bad.
dumb
It's
shit
loose
like
ball. It's live ball
it's
turnovers.
live ball
A lot of
turnovers.
live ball turnovers.
but-
They can rip.
See,
If you want to
Bro, they can rip that half
and it's
court.
points off of
Okay,
turnovers.
she's making the extra effort crackdown.
Yeah.
They get in there when that
Every
when
loose
that pass
ball,
supposed to be there. You're like, oh,
all
he's
that.
there.
That window
Like,
closed.
gone.
That window closed quick.
Caruso is there.
Like-
He's like, oh no, I know I'm supposed to get here. Oh, that's a steal. We good.
Turning it over is one thing, right? Live ball turnover. You can throw that bitch out of bounds, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to make a play, they kick it out of bounds, they tip it out of bounds. You drop that, cool.
Unforced.
But live ball, they points off of turnovers. They just
That's the
ain't
difference.
points off of turnovers as
Yeah.
well.
Man,
So-
they
Yeah,
cut
that
it
was
to what?
big time.
2, 4.
They cut it to
after
2 and
that,
Threw that bitch out of bounds.
Threw it out of bounds. Man.
4 times
That was
in a row.
the game.
Threw that bitch out of bounds. Right, dude standing right up under the basket, and you motherfuckers sell that bitch.
And what
Yeah,
what
Indiana.
But that's score.
That's been how they capitalize.
And what
That's how
did
they been
OKC
winning.
do? They come down, they get
Yeah.
fouled, stop
So
the
they
clock,
finally getting the
come
pace
down,
of
they
their
do
own
so another turnover, come down, score 3. 2-point game, go to 7-point game, just like that.
methodically like playing in Indiana's waves.
And the confidence.
They figured out their waves.
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna get up. There's gonna be a wave coming. Let's handle this
Game of
wave,
runs.
and then let's turn it up on our let's
keep
turn the
our composure.
defense up.
Turn it up.
Right. So when they put the pressure on Indiana, when they falling back, then they turn the pressure up. Indiana turn the ball over. Then they fall back into all right. Let's get back
Yeah,
to where we were and play our lead, play our ISO basketball. But I think Indiana can win Game 6.
I do too.
Okay.
Without
Norris, do you believe the Pacers can win
Halliburton.
Game 6?
Nah.
Swaggy, do you believe the Pacers can win Game 6?
I got OKC in 6, but the NBA need a game 7.
I need a games. It's been great finals basketball,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, it's been good
The
basketball.
games have been good, man. I can't even lie. Like, this has been some good fucking basketball, man.
It's
Crazy
shit.
playoffs, but
Yeah,
even better
crazy
finals.
shit, bro.
Crazy playoffs, but a good final.
So if
Yeah.
the perspective or the perception
Even
of,
the playoffs
of it
been
being
good,
bad, we would have a better fanfare of the finals. Even though, we got 2 boring teams, but the games are good.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
like
basketball.
because we're a
is good,
basketball.
Yeah, they not-
right?
yeah,
But that's what they'll say. They'll say it's boring, but it's not. If you're like the
Shit.
If you're a
game,
basketball
you
pure-
see it.
They're not
Yeah, you like basketball, you gotta love it.
They don't like. They don't love basketball. They
Love it.
They
And
like
it's new
they like
superstars.
entertainment. They don't like basketball. They like
Hello.
You're
entertainment.
finding out
You know
who
what I
Jalen
mean?
Williams is. You're like, yo,
we got some
He
new
got
superstars.
game.
We got some new stars. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown did their thing last year. They opened up the door. Every year it's been new superstars.
So we had lunch, motherfucker at the office. Hey man, hey Rashad, what you doing after lunch? I'm at work today, guy. Hey Joe, what? You going to watch the game? You going to go
Yeah,
be with your kids?
for
You going to go
sure.
do it? Like it just. You got one basketball guy in the office place. He might invite Nick. But, hey, Nick, what you want to go watch the game? We can get a
We
beer.
gonna watch the game,
Like
though.
now, it's just now you didn't invite him. Now it's viewership, but it's not like every household is that.
Right.
Every person is not that.
Well, it's
Well,
not-
they should be. Game watch.
But
I dig it.
I also feel like it's a marketing thing, right? And it's storytelling, man. Like
Yeah.
You got to sell some shit.
like
to
these
people.
dudes, yeah, but these dudes is fire.
You got to get.
These dudes are fire.
They don't got no
They
personality.
fire. They
need
fly.
personality.
So you know what we had?
But there's a legacy, back to legacy,
ain't got no
that
personality.
could be a part of this whole.
So
Like,
inside
think about
stuff,
it.
right?
Neither one of these teams ever won a championship. Indiana longer, OKC just coming in the league. Like, man, this is a fucking big historic moment. And like the last thing we talking about is like, yo, one of these franchises are gonna be crowned a champion for the first time ever. That used to be like a huge thing in sports.
Yep.
And like if it was a Super Bowl and it was two teams never won a Super Bowl,
Be the most-
it'd be like that'd be the most talked about
Yeah.
shit ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
We
what we're
talking
not
about
doing. And then, like,
small
what's the
markets,
legacy
yeah.
of OKC? How they get to OKC? Do Seattle still get to celebrate? Like, it's so much
it's negativity.
It's so much.
Yeah.
Seattle
And
not
that
fucking with this
narrative-
ring.
The narrative is
Is
selling.
Seattle not fucking with this? Seattle definitely should get a ring.
It's
Seattle-
easy
Seattle
to
not
tell
rocking
people
with
They,
this
people
ring.
not
they
watching.
still got
Yeah.
players. They
Yeah.
still got picks, right?
The narrative is stronger than the actual
They built it, but
success of what's going on.
It's
They're
easy to
pushing
tell
the
people
narrative.
people
It's like,
not
oh, the
watching.
narrative is too, boring teams and this and
But
that. It's like,
granted-
but we got a story behind these two
But granted, the
teams.
size of the markets, if you line them up, is where it should be.
Yep.
Right? It's where it should be because of the markets that it's in.
Yeah.
Like you're not expecting that if you have the Knicks and the Lakers, that's going to be your viewership, or Boston and the Lakers, that's going to be your viewership.
Because
you
you
can't
got more,
expect that,
you got
right?
more casuals. Like
So-
if
so-
in
so you
LA
can't
or New
expect
York,
Yeah.
made you got more casual people that
Tourists
are
and
just
shit.
fan of the city.
Yep.
Because people that's
You know what I
fans
mean?
of the
In the
Oklahoma
bigger
City
city.
Thunder,
Yeah.
they live in Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
That's
Fans
it.
of the Indiana Pacers, most of them, they live in Indiana.
Right now, this is a fandom final.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
You gotta really let a game be locked in on the game.
Yeah.
Like I've been telling my kids on the AAU, like, man, watch this, cause we grew up off of Jordan, Magic, fighting Sean Kemp, fighting like that was some good ass basketball, and it was different. It kind of shaped and molded.
Yeah.
This finals, if the young kids watching, this is the type of shit you watching. Like, man,
Defense, closing out.
TJ
I need
McConnell.
TJ
like,
McConnell.
look at TJ McConnell
Like,
play.
talk about
Caruso.
TJ doing
Look at
motor is
look
a
at
skill
Caruso
set
play.
now.
Look at Caruso
know,
guard.
Playing
motherfucker,
hard
go-
is a skill set now.
Look at Dort. Look how Dort ain't letting them Hollenberg touch the ball.
Man,
Put
it's
him up full court.
so many players you can look at as a young kid and say, damn, all these dudes is giving their heart and soul, laying it on the line, and I can find at least like the energy that I need to make it to the NBA.
Or
So I
somebody that
think-
resemble my game.
That's
Somebody that
important. though.
resembles me.
Yep. And
Right?
the energy behind
And the
that.
energy
Yeah.
behind it, right?
That shit is dope.
How is this person playing
And
at
it's
this
being
stage,
valued,
at
too.
this
Yeah.
level?
Yeah.
on a
But that's
high
dope because
level,
you think about when you was in school, you harnessed the energy that everybody seen in your senior year that we didn't know how to mimic because there was nowhere to go for it. We just had to see you play.
Yep.
So what he's saying is to create those legacy stories where kids can have something to pull from and say, yo, I remember him. I watched the film, but that energy, I play like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, AI, man, how he's running around doing all,
Yeah.
getting hit, getting jumping up.
Yeah.
Man, he was only this big. I feel like that. Like I get that. That's the
man.
Michael Jordan come fly with me. That's the playground. Like that's that legacy that's left behind.
Kids should want to play like SGA if you can score. Kids should want a point guard like Halliburton if you're a point guard. You know,
If you
a
short.
3-man, you know, if you're
you short or something, you can play like TJ or Cayman Wallace.
Yeah,
You a regular,
If you want you know, like there go Pascal. You know, it's like
you got
some big dude that. Hey man, I ain't the most athletic, but I can shoot.
Miles Turner.
Man, it's somebody there for you, buddy.
You ain't got no mustache.
It's always a related.
But if you can't grow a mustache like myself, I'll look like you.
Yeah.
All right,
the mustache is kid. Homeboy on the Cleveland Cavaliers had a ponytail. And he had a ponytail. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, there's no way.
Right?
There's no way Cleveland is making it out of this shit. That dude running around here with a ponytail. No offense. But damn,
that's
dog,
offensive.
Bro, we can't have it. Remember,
we can't have that.
The only dudes I know playing with ponytails is the homies played on Long Beach Bulls.
Right.
Them niggas used to quit at halftime. They used to quit at halftime and go fight. They used to go fight each other at halftime. Then like 4 dudes come back and then we play on 5 4. But it was always the dude with the ponytail.
So we asked the chat if they think that the Pacers can force a Game 7. We asked the chat if they think the Pacers can force a Game 7. 56% of the chat thinks that the Pacers can force a Game 7. But let's move on to Mostly Fans.
7, let's go.
Presented by our friends at Underdog. Download the Underdog app. Use promo code GIL. Get $1,000 in bonus cash plus a special pickup. So we have one question for the couch. Curious to get you gentlemen's opinions. And Baron, thank you again for pulling up.
Thank you, bro.
Issue of the game coming soon. You got Bart Oatmeal, a lot of things that you're doing out here.
They got the music dropping, Bart Oatmeal, man.
Oatmeal Radio Cafe. You got a lot of stuff going on.
Steel cut. That steel cut.
That steel cut.
That steel cut going.
So we got a question from Underdog user Capo Deuce. Wants to know, would you trade KD for Chet and picks?
Yes.
Would you trade Kevin Durant back to the Thunder for Chet Holmgren and picks?
Yes.
I've been said that.
Yes.
Norris, you shaking your head? No.
Nah.
Why not?
I've been said that.
I like my core like it is. I'm about to win a championship without him. What am I doing? What am
There
I
you go.
doing?
There you go. You always got to get that. Where do you go from here?
We're moving backwards.
What we doing?
I do too.
Oh, we do that.
I like this core.
Are we getting better though?
Yeah. It don't. Hey man, if it ain't broke, we not fixing it. If it ain't broke, we not fixing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say yes, because teams ain't going to be hurt next year. And teams going to be stronger. They're going to prepare for this. You have to think about the value of Chet, the potential of Chet, but then you think about like OKC is kind of like in a Golden State of mind. And if you can throw a KD in there, that's a guaranteed dub.
Would you do this if you were the Suns?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's not.
With SGA and J-Dub over here, that's a
I just watched it not work with.
We just
watched that not work.
Bro, you following the trend that's
Yeah,
failing.
but it didn't work. It doesn't work in Phoenix because that is the wrong mix of talent.
It didn't work in Brooklyn either.
That is
If you're the
wrong
Suns, you make
mix.
that trade.
And Brooklyn, was like three little feet from going to the finals. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so you
it
can't
didn't
say it didn't work.
So I think this from the Suns' perspective, would you trade KD to the Thunder for Chet and
I would
draft?
do it if I'm the Thunder.
If you're the Suns, or would you make
The
that?
Suns have to do something different. I mean, they have to. They're forced to have to.
OKC
So you
is
building around
OKC is not a lock to come back next year. They're not a lock to come back next year.
But they have as great a chance as anybody, though.
Yeah, but
So you taking Chet as the centerpiece for the Phoenix Suns for this trade?
Well, Book still there though. It's still Book team, but Chet the future.
Yeah, I'm taking Chet and some picks.
Yeah, Phoenix, yeah, because they
If
trying
I'm
to
Phoenix,
rebuild.
I'm
But
taking Chet and
if
some
I'm
But if you're
OKC, no.
if you're OKC, why would we do that?
Because you're getting 20 points
plug
on
and play.
top of what you're doing.
We don't need it.
Kevin Durant is the only player.
We don't need on top
plug
of
and play
nothing.
player in the NBA.
We don't need no
Kevin
extra
Durant
sauce.
is the.
Hey,
say it again,
he's the
bro. You
only
can put him
plug
on
and play
any
player
team.
in the
Man,
NBA.
you're gonna have to give me some.
But what do you need? You don't need more scoring.
But
That's
plug
not what
and
they
play.
need.
You don't
They
miss
need
nothing.
blocks and rebounds.
Plug and play. You
And
got Hartenstein
Don't
for
get a big
that.
deal for that.
You got Hartenstein.
You can't
Yeah, I'm Hartenstein.
No.
You got Hartenstein for that.
No, Hartenstein don't do what
Hey,
Chet
what would
do.
KD do to Jalen Williams?
Nothing.
Stun is.
No, he won't.
Nothing.
KD doesn't need
Nothing.
to. See, KD don't dribble the ball like that, dog.
Okay.
Dude still can be him
Okay.
downhill.
All right.
Jay Will is not Clay.
If KD was on the
They acting
court
like Jay
right
Will is
now.
Clay. He's not Clay.
KD, you talking about KD coming in averaging 27 again?
No,
No,
he don't need to average
I
27.
said that's a
What he gon-
guaranteed.
He don't need
dub.
to average 27.
I said that's a guarantee. Add a dub.
Yeah, he don't
Just
need to
add
average
a
27.
dub.
It's efficient
Just a
scoring.
dub. You gonna get a dub.
But do we need it?
You
We
need
just
that
won the
dub.
chip. We just won the
You can
chip.
use that dub in
But
the
tell me
finals
why-
right now.
Why?
If he loses,
We didn't need it.
They
last
win
night.
4-2.
We got
No, we don't.
J-Dub. What
Yo.
dub you talking about? The only
He had to
dub
get
we got
40.
is
He had
J-Dub,
to
bro.
get 40.
What do you mean he had to get
They
it?
had to get 30.
What do you mean?
Yeah, that's
you
what they
like
said.
doing that. You
He clocked 20 somewhere.
I wish
He clocked 20 somewhere. All I'm saying is, if J-Dub gets you 40, right, and Shea gets you 30, where else can I get me a guarantee at?
Check.
Right.
And where can
15
it go
with check.
up? It
15
can
with
go
check.
up.
15 with check.
Tell me something.
Only
That
plug and
nine
play.
last night.
Only plug and
with
play.
check.
Only
We don't
plug
need
and
it.
play.
It's Kevin
Shea
Durant.
give you 23,
Anything.
you get a win.
So what happened when this
Anything.
coach make an adjustment and KD give him attitude that he haven't been dealing with?
He
What
ain't gonna
happened
give him
there?
no attitude.
Now you want to create scenarios.
No, I'm just asking. Because
Get in.
he
Now you
wasn't
wanna
messing with Bud and
Now you
and
want
Frank.
to
no.
create scenarios.
Because Phoenix was
So
trash.
now you want to create
So why you want?
scenarios.
Why would OKC want to bring him there?
That's
Why would OKC want to bring him there?
Because you're a plug and play guy.
Organization.
No.
Y'all want Jalen Williams
Time
to turn
out,
into
bro.
Bradley
Yes.
Beal.
Yes.
Time out.
Yes.
It's
It don't even make. It don't make.
It don't make sense.
Makes
to
no
me.
Oh
sense.
my God, it's a
At
different
all.
organization.
Talk to me, B. Talk to me.
Yeah,
What,
it
how
does.
does that make sense?
does.
OKC is building. They building. They building to win championships. Okay, we got Chet. We need to sustain. We need
Can I ask
to
you a
grow out. Phoenix, when they got KD, they was already discombobulated. They had lost Aiden. They had lost the Chris Paul shit. They were unraveling.
They
So
brought two championship coaaches in that got fired.
I have a question.
And the players stayed the same, so it wasn't the coaches.
Exactly.
So why would I want to bring in something from that cloth? I don't want to bring that into my championship. I don't want to bring that.
You brought Bradley Beal in, and it wasn't a good fit.
I
It
still
wasn't a
got
good
KD.
fit.
I still get that.
I still got
And it didn't
KD.
work. It not only did it not
supposed to
work,
work.
it didn't work miserably. Like it was like
Okay, cool.
You brought two coaches in that are championship coaches. You have elite talent. How the fuck you can't make that work?
because the players does not want to be held accountable. That's why.
Then the coach ain't.
That's why.
Then the
It
coach
ain't the
needs
coach.
Then the coach needs to
Ain't
get
that.
fired.
So you just gonna fire championship coaches and these dudes stay
Man,
the
if you
same?
can't get your players to show up, and you got three. You got three.
These dudes don't want to be held
But
accountable.
BD,
Bro, you got three superstars.
We're talking about OKC asking the question, why would we
want to go over here and bring
get
that?
anything
And
out
I'm-
here
and I'm-
when
and I've
we
been
just
spanking
win?
that.
I've
I've been spanking it. Yeah, I've been spanking it.
Why would we go?
You just gotta
We don't need nothing over there.
You just gotta hope that Chet becomes that dominant.
Check and stay how he is.
Hope works at the shake joint, as Kenyon has pointed out.
Why they can't stay how he is? Why he can't be the third wheel?
Yeah, that's a good place for us to wrap up here for today. BD, appreciate you coming through.
Appreciate you, BD.
History of the game coming soon. Oatmeal Radio Cafe, that's Steel Cut.
Live from the Swami.
Shout out to Gil. Hopefully you made your flight, Gil. I know you didn't, though. I know you just sitting in the parking lot. You're going to miss the flight anyway. You'll be on the later flight with me. But appreciate y'all. I'm going to be out the next 2 days. But the rest of the crew is going to be here to hold it down for all of y'all. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Thank you to everybody on this couch. It's been another episode of Gil's Arena presented by Underdog. Whoa. They will see y'all tomorrow.